Welcome to the show before the show, where I check to make sure everything's working. It wasn't, and now it is. And here we are. And there you are. We're gonna have a great stream. It's gonna be the best stream. And I don't know why I went into that weird accent. Hey, co-host Will.
Hey Patrick, this is the best primary host around.
Thank you.
I've heard people say that he's the best host. I haven't said that, but I've heard other people say that.
He assumes no responsibility in case I'm a shitty host, which on occasion I can be. But today you are gonna get the best hosting. I promise you. We will build that wall around Niv-Mizzet of gutter snipes. I don't know. There's plans though. So we've got a lot of new cards releasing from Foundations. Obviously, a lot of content from WotC, and we had to chase it with a little pineapple juice because we're bitches and we're in Europe, and that's just how they go. No, because we wanted to talk about Niv-Mizzet Visionary. We've gotten a lot of Niv-Mizzets in the past. I don't think I've ever brewed a Niv-Mizzet on the channel. No, not even like the 5-color one. I remember when that came out. Did we talk about it? Who talked? We talked about it on the channel, and I was just like, "There's better 5-color decks," and which is so sad. But this guy, and it's weird because why does this tickle our fancy? Something like Niv-Mizzet Visionary. Well, we'll get into it in a second, but yeah. Will, how are you doing today?
Doing well, doing well. I just gotta say that this new Niv broke the trend because he went black and he went back. He also went green, white, and went back, but that's significantly less impressive.
Yeah, it's back to his foundations, okay? Back to his roots. Ravnica's sharpness, mind, and its biggest ego. Yeah, I don't know the lore behind Niv, but he loves card draw. And again, we're going to talk about it in a second. Foundations. A lot of new legendaries. We'll be brewing for a few decks, not only the legendaries that are releasing, but some cards. There's a new white. You may have more than one of this in your deck card. Heir Apparent, I believe is what it's called. And that sparked some interest in our Discord, and honestly, with me, because I always love when they release those new, it's like a Shadowborn Apostle or Persistent Petitioners, or even that red sorcery speed spell, like Dragon's Approach, whatever it's called, sorcery or instant, I forget. But it always gets the ball rolling on strategies, and white's in a good slice of the color pie for a card like this. As a matter of fact, I kind of want to just take a look at it. But
I do want to say that I still think Templar Knight is going to be the better option for a you may run any number white deck, but the Heir Apparent is going to be interesting.
oh, we could go with anything. I mean, honestly, it was just funny when we were all looking at this card and thinking about it conceptually. Like, oh, you could probably overrun someone. It's the same issue as usual in white. Haste enabling. You can make a lot of bunnies, but what are you gonna do with those bunnies? We're gonna figure out what to do with those bunnies. But yeah, if there's any new cards from the set that you all are interested in brewing, let me know in the comment section after this or in the live chat. Like to take your thoughts into consideration in concerns to future brewing sessions. But today we are in fact brewing Niv-Mizzet Visionary. So I think pretty much every Niv has been around 5 to 6 CMC or 6 on the dot. They're always
6 on the dot, other than the 5-color.
right. That's the one exception. They're all very expensive. And following suit for 4 generic and Izzet Dragon Wizard 5/5 body. Flying, you have no maximum hand size. And if I just stopped there, you would be impressed, right? Well,
Probably not.
it's what's that land? It's Spellbook. It's
Oh, you're talking about Reliquary Tower?
Reliquary Tower. Yeah, it's Reliquary Tower, but on a very expensive commander. But wait, there's more. Whenever a source you control deals non-combat damage to an opponent, you draw that many cards. So it's like a inverted Niv-Mizzet, right?
Yep.
Peru.
Instead of it's the other side of the curiosity combo.
Right, which frankly is better. Am I wrong?
Better in some ways and worse in other ways. If it only said when a source you control deals damage, draw a card, it would probably be much weaker. But because it's draw that many cards, this becomes really good.
Uh, Abzo is going the Dragon's Approach route. 25 islands plus mountain, and the rest are Dragon's Approach.
I mean, to be fair, that is not a bad idea because honestly, that's just draw 9 cards. Let's go.
Sorry, I mean I brought it up.
Yeah.
I've never brewed for this, although I really did want to when it came out, but this is Dragon's Approach.
I will say that is the most brutal casual Niv deck that you can make because you could just do Dragon's Approach, then have your Dragon's Approach target be other Niv-Mizzet and then get the Niv combo.
That would be pretty nasty. You may exile Dragon's Approach for 4 cards. That would be hilarious. Yeah, he's I guess they're all dragon wizards. Does
Indeed.
he combo off better than Perun, do you think? Says Kuma.
So Niv-Mizzet Perun can't be countered, and Niv-Mizzet Perun just needs any of the curiosity effects to win the game. And there's I think 4. There's the
Right.
creature, the 3 CMC, the 1 CMC, and
Is there a new one?
I think there's only 3. There's like others that are not in blue, but those are the 3 that I can think of.
Right.
Yeah, it's just the 2 auras and the creature. So yeah, I think there's 3. So you will find like probably 1 or 2 more combo pieces outside of the Niv-Mizzet Perun and the OG Niv. With this though, you can draw a lot more cards a lot quicker, but instead of just playing your commander and sitting on your commander, you do have to actually play another card to start doing stuff.
Yeah, and like Abzo was saying, the cost is way better. Obviously, Perun, the one that we're likening this to, is triple teardrop, triple fire. So a lot. It's asking a lot.
This is the easiest to cast Niv-Mizzet in the entire game because all other Nivs are either double blue, double red, and 2 generic, or Wooburg, outside of
Yeah.
Perun. So this is the easiest to cast Niv that we have ever gotten.
Oh, that's kind of cool. I never noticed. The 5-color ones are all avatars as opposed to wizards, and they're exactly Wooburg. Huh.
Yeah, because he's the avatar of the plane.
Neat.
He's a god.
He's a god. Well, let's see what we can do with this god, guys. So, conceptually, how do we want to take this? Obviously, we're going to try to brew this in a competitive fashion because we do that here. If you want to go the Dragon's Approach route, I think you should do it. You should definitely do it. But yeah, we're going to try to take this into cEDH territory. So I think that just means good utilities that damage our opponents, and then ultimately winning with Storm. I mean, if we had infinite mana, we kind of just went on the spot.
We can win with just infinite combos because this Niv actually has a ton of infinite combos because it combos with everything Curiosity combos with.
Yeah. Oh, I was going to bring it up. You want to bring up the...
So first off, we have the 2 other Niv-Mizzets. We have Niv-Mizzet Perun, which everybody knows about, and then we have which one is it? It's Niv-Mizzet the Firemind, which Niv-Mizzet the Firemind says when you draw a card, deal 1 damage to any target, tap, draw a card. So with that Niv-Mizzet, you give it a Curiosity effect, you draw a card, and then you deal 1 damage, which draws you a card, which deals 1 damage, yada 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 yada. You know what it does. So we have 2 Niv-Mizzets that are outlets, but we also have Glinthorn Buccaneer. With Glinthorn Buccaneer, if you get to... actually, never mind. Glinthorn Buccaneer and Brawlin don't work because you have no max hand size. Wow. That makes the combo significantly worse.
Yeah, you have to discard down, right?
Yeah, but now you don't have to discard down because you have no maximum hand size. Oof, I was actually going to be like, oh yeah, sweet tech. Not so sweet tech.
I mean, let me see here. There's still a will. I wouldn't say there's a way with Glinthorn, though. So far as this guy is concerned, I think there's just a lot of value chalked in here. I mean, if you have no maximum hand size and a shit ton of mana and a large hand, you're probably in a good place as a control list. The combos I'm not so familiar with because I've never brewed. Hey, Mateus. I've never brewed for any of the Niv-Mizzets. The Curiosity lines are simple enough, though. Because this is sort of the Curiosity end of the bargain, for me, I feel like you're just going to try to draw for value and hit infinite mana and kill people with Storm. like some sort of reiterate line, something like that. Like you don't really need to rely on. I think you're just relying on him for value. Am I crazy?
Well, I mean, you can do pretty much anything to win the game with him because if you have any spell that does significant damage, then yeah, you get there. Because like let's say Grape Shot, you start drawing equal to your storm count. Or if you have anything that's just deal a large amount of damage, you can Underworld Breach Lion's Eye Diamond with that spell to draw your entire deck in one go. GG, you win. Um, so you have a bunch of different options with this commander still, but the primary line outside of just doing the Niv-Mizzet combo things are going to be all the File Smasher, Thrasios, Curiosity Control tech cards. And a couple examples are Kessig Fire Breather, Thermo Alchemist, Firebrand Archer.
Do we want to add these?
Yeah, we can add these because any of the things that are just 2 mana when you cast deal damage to each opponent, those are just very, very efficient cards. Because if we have any of these in play on turn 1 or turn 2, and Niv-Mizzet on turn 3, everything else we play is going to be storming us into more stuff and more stuff. I will say that the deal damage based off instant and sorcery cards are weaker than the rest, weaker than the non-creature ones, but they're still good enough that they should be run because they won't trigger off of us casting fast mana, but they'll trigger off of any of the rituals we play, any of the draw effects we play. So I like them.
Shout out to Mateus for the sweet tech. I thought Mind Bomb was really funny. Obviously,
Yeah.
obviously this isn't great if Niv isn't out, but assuming Niv is out, you probably have one blue lying around, right? Drop a Mind Bomb.
The other really good one is Firestorm. Discard X cards, deal X damage to X targets.
Yeah, I love Firestorm.
Firestorm, yeah.
I mean, this is just a good card, period. But I mean, in other formats, here it's pretty solid. 1 mana, draw 9. Let's go. Yeah, and Firestorm. You know, it's just replacing itself essentially.
Yeah,
Ex-
you're no, it's not replacing itself. You're discarding 5 cards and you're drawing 15.
right. Oh shit. Right. 5 cards, and then you get to kill maybe like one or two
Five
things
damage
off the board.
to 5 targets, not 5 damage divided.
Yeah, yeah,
Five
yeah.
targets are each getting slammed for 5.
So yeah, we'll drop a Mind Bomb, and Firestorm's instant, which is really nice too. So we'll drop the Firestorm in there. But yeah, let's go ahead and just start with some of our tech cards, things that are going to synergy well with Niv-Mizzet. Obviously, we're going to want to narrow down the amount of utilities we use, but Firebrand
Patrick,
Archer?
I think that we may want to start a poll potentially on one thing.
Oh god.
Do we run Heartless Hitotsugo in the deck?
I mean, you guys might know this one. Uh I don't know. This is like our version of a PETA, I guess. Add the curiosity effects. So, curiosity. Sure, we can start a poll. I had one going for, is this the best Niv? And so far,
Apparently, yes.
people think so. But I think this is more of a meme than anything. I don't know if it's like great.
I think Niv Perun is probably still better only because it draws off your opponents playing the game and then it removes stuff based off of that as well. So it's probably still the best option, but this Niv can draw a lot of cards very quickly.
Razorkin Needlehead. I'm assuming Abzo has first strike during your turn. Whenever an opponent draws a card, Razorkin Needlehead deals 1 damage to them.
Yeah,
I take that.
that goes in.
Yeah. Razorkin Needlehead. What were the other than Firebrand Archer? What else did you have there? Kessig what?
One quick second.
Wolf Run. We can play the other Niv as well.
So
The
Kessig Fire Breather, Thermo Alchemist, Firebrand Archer.
Kessig Fire Breather, Thermo Alchemist.
And Firebrand Archer.
Got him.
Then there is electrostatic field.
Electro. Oh yeah, I like an electrostatic field quite a bit.
Then there's
What is the name? What is the name of the other Niv again?
there's fire or something. The Firemind. Niv-Mizzet the Firemind and Niv-Mizzet Perun. And the last curiosity control tech card is Erebor Flamesmith. Erebor Flamesmith. It's a
Sorry.
Lord of the Rings card. Big dwarf. And
Give me that name again. Sorry. You were
Erebor Flamesmith.
terrible. Prune, gleeful arsonist. Hold up. Okay, so there's a new card that just came out called Bolt Wave. For 1 red, Bolt Wave deals 3 damage to each opponent. It is
Yeah,
the Mind
we run
Bomb
that.
without the need of choice. Yeah, I like Bolt Wave. I don't know if it's going to be in tapped out yet, but we want Bolt Wave. Yeah, we're going to add Bolt Wave later. We're just going to add...
If it isn't in there, you can add like Pain Wave or something as a temporary include. Something that's like obviously not supposed to be there.
Yeah, it's Pain Wave, 1 word.
I don't know. Hold up, let me see it because I remember a card with a similar name.
We'll do 1 with nothing instead. It's 1 mana. But that is our Bolt Wave for now. But Gleeful Arsonist.
No, we can do Heat Wave. There we go.
Heat Wave?
Yeah, Heat Wave is an actual card, and no one is going to confuse this for being a real card in the deck.
1 word or 2?
2 words.
Okay, Gleeful Arsonist. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, Gleeful Arsonist does damage equal to its power to that player. For 2 generic and a red.
Yeah,
Undying.
this is a good card.
Okay.
We can run the just the good general pain effects as well, which
General Pain.
General Pain. But it's mainly going to be Needle. It's going to be Needle, which we already got. Gleeful Arsonist, and then what's the enchantment called? It's
How about
something Vortex?
Flame Rift, Will, from Nemesis? Oh shit, and the reprint from Modern Horizons 2. Flame Rift deals 4 damage to each player. This includes you. For 2 mana.
Yeah, it's 1 and a red.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, we can do that if we want. That's 2 mana, draw 12. That's pretty good. Roiling Vortex could also be a potential good include at the beginning of each player's upkeep. Deal 1 damage to them. When a player casts a spell for no mana, that player takes 5.
I like Roiling Vortex. Blood Moon, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know if we have a land base set up for that right now. Just off the bat, I should say that this is a copy paste of a separate of a Stella Lee mana base, and this is without MDFCs at the moment, so don't worry, we're gonna have more lands in just a second. Also, if you want to follow along with the deck, it's going to be in the description, so you can open up a separate window as we go along, and you can play test it yourself. Jessica's Will, never heard of it, but we can try
one card we should definitely run, and this is a card that if this came out and people stopped running like Pain Punish decks, Scythe Claw Raptor.
Oh, yeah.
When a player casts a spell, if it's not their turn, this deals 4 damage to them.
Dude, I really like this card. I have a copy over here. There's a copy right behind me. I have like a special version of it too.
It's really funny because this eventually just becomes a heuristic study of just, okay, you cast a spell, I draw 4. You cast another, I draw 4 more.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly. I like Scytheclaw Raptor. Again, we're gonna have to narrow down how many are actually in our deck, and without mana crypt will.
Indeed. But we'll live, we'll survive. Because from here, I think we probably just include all of the instant speed interaction / burn interaction, like lightning bolt, and then we do rituals.
Yeah, but back to Cemetery Gatekeeper. We can look at this. When it enters the battlefield, exile a card from a graveyard. Whenever a player plays a land or casts a spell, if it shares a card type with the exiled card, the gatekeeper deals 2 damage to that player. Well, well, well. That's pretty cheeky. What do you think, man?
Uh,
Is it good enough?
I mean, we hit instants, and then whenever any player plays an instant,
That like
deals 2 damage to him.
20 to 30% of that player's deck.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it. It's also
Yeah,
just a good
I
way
like
to
it.
exile something. That
Ray
might be.
Payton, Izzet, let's go. It's also just a 2/1 first striker. That's blocking all the Tymnas.
Are we on Underworld Breach or anything cute like that?
Probably considering the fact that we have a bunch of 1 mana draw 9 effects, so we can combo off with Lotus Petal and those.
Yeah. Speaking of, let's just do our ramp. Let's get all the ramp out of the way, guys. So we're gonna do Rite of Flame.
Dockside. Mana crit.
It's a Pyretic Ritual. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna go with the boring ones first. Pyretic Ritual, and then we have the Simian Spirit Guide.
Yeah, Magebane Lizard is a thing, right?
Lotus Petal, Mana Vault, Grim Monolith. I am actually going to use the 3.
Oh, yeah,
producer.
Magebane Lizard is the Storm Burn Gecko. Whenever a player casts a non-creature spell, it deals damage to that player equal to the number of non-creature spells they've cast this turn.
Huh.
That's pretty good.
Just
Considering that
progressively.
it's just
Yeah.
someone casts one thing, they take 1 damage, that's already kind of good enough.
Also, just the art for this guy is so good. Is his tail trapped or something? What's going on with his tail there? It's like under
It's
the
just
rocks.
wrapped around the rock.
Yeah, but the rock looks like it's enclosed on his tail. At any rate.
That's perspective, Patrick.
Yeah.
That rock is actually like 20 feet in front of the where his tail is.
Oh, I'm sure. They really crammed it all in there. We in here chatting Niv? Yeah, we are. In the dirt with this list. I like keeping combo decks down. Yeah. Just thought it would. I would pop in and say hello. Hey, Grizzly. Is this a curiosity deck? Asked Nibiru.
I never read the flavor text on Magebane Lizard before, and I kind of love it. I didn't miss. The blasted thing snatched my bowl out of the air and ate it.
Is this a curiosity deck? Such a good question. Whenever enchanted creature deals damage to an opponent, you may draw a card.
It is, but in the exact opposite direction.
Right.
Our commander is a curiosity, so everything else in the deck is a curiosity payoff for the most part.
So, do we run the curiosity cards, like the curiosity effects? Is there any purpose?
Like turn 1 Magebane Lizard into turn 2 Curiosity is still pretty good.
What are the other ones again?
So it's Curiosity.
Keen Sense?
Isn't Keen Sense the
it's green
one? Yeah.
Is it damage? Whenever it damages?
Yeah, it's damage, draw. I'm gonna do Aura.
I'm gonna
Ophidian Eye, and
yeah.
The other one is someone already got Tandem Lookout. Ophidian Eye and Tandem Lookout.
Ophidian Eye.
And for those who don't know, the other one is I think it's Serpent Umbra and Keen Sense. I'll look up the other one.
Serpent Umbra sounds.
It's right, not in blue. It's in green.
Yeah. Umbra de Serpent.
It is Snake Umbra. Snake Umbra is the other curiosity effect.
All right. We need to do. What is the one that produces 5 red mana? Why can't I? It's my favorite
Seething
one.
Song?
Seething Song. Damn.
I got you. Don't worry.
Rocks. Get your rocks out, Will. Does this deck need the One Ring?
No, not really. We already have. We're outdrawing the One Ring in this deck by a mile.
Pyro blessed. I've been pyro blessed.
You want to spend 4 mana to draw 3 cards over 2 turns instead of spending 1 mana to draw 9 cards.
Yes, always. Any opportunity to just touch it one more time, Will. I actually kind of dig the dragon's approach. Draw 9 for 3 and get one of the OG nibs to combo.
Yeah,
You know,
you could definitely do that. That is definitely a way to build this Niv, and I'm not even being sarcastic because you just do Dragon's approaches and then all the interaction in the world and then a little bit of ramp. And you don't need to run any of the pain effects. You don't need to do anything else fancy outside of that. It's honestly pretty good.
volcanic fallout will. A Razorkin is in the Needlehead, correct. I haven't watched the movie that Needlehead is from, by the way. Should I watch that at some point? Hellraiser?
Volcanic Fallout is an uncounterable deal 2 to each creature and each player. For
It's a,
3.
it's a Clasm, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not the biggest fan of it. Only because 3 mana draw 6 versus 1 mana draw 9.
Yeah, when
I
you
honestly would prefer Blazing Volley over that, which would be 1 mana draw 3 and it's deal 1 damage to everything.
what's the one called with the sprite or the pixie on it where you can overload it and do 1 damage to everything?
Electrickery.
I think it's just creatures though. Electrickery.
The worst thing is that
No.
exact same song is running through my head. I'm glad we're both Schoolhouse Rock
Yes.
enjoyers.
This is one of my favorite arts too. Electrickery is such a cool card. It's also not useful in this instance. Just Earthquake, bro. Just
I mean,
Earthquake.
we
Tectonic
can just
Hazard.
Earthquake indeed. Is
Well,
there a good instant speed Earthquake?
maybe Tectonic Hazard? That's sorcery. Deal 1 damage to each opponent and each creature they control. I don't know if do we want the one CMC or do 1 damage to everything like in the festivities? Each opponent deals 1 damage to and each creature in Planeswalker. Each creature in Planeswalker they control. Each creature they control. So in the festivities is technically better.
Magma Quake. Magma Quake is X red red deal X red red for an instant deal X damage to each creature without flying doesn't hit players. Mother.
Quake, gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you. But you gotta get to the late game. A lot of pesky creatures need to die. Sure. I mean, I guess, and the festivities will kill. Am I wrong? Like Orcish Bowmaster, isn't he like a 1/1 or 2/1? Then let's just kill that shit.
Yeah.
All right, so do we want these guys, the tectonic hazards of the world and the festivities? I feel like, feel a little weak, obviously. One of these is gonna get Chrome Moxed, but tectonic.
Do we have Gutter Snipe in there already?
No, Gutter Snipe is 3 though, right?
Yeah, but it's also deal 2, so it's draw 6 instead of draw 3.
You saying it makes up for it?
Yeah.
All right.
Makes up in quantity what it doesn't have in quality.
Do you guys like the Gutter Snipe? Here, I'll put it on the screen. I'm sorry, we got it. This one. This is the only one I am gonna be playing. If you guys want the Gutter Snipe, let me know. Blasphemous Act works. Isn't there a new Blasphemous Act, by the way?
Yeah, so it's blasphemous something.
Fiery Confluence. Last reference to my deck, but you have to
Blasphemous Edict, and supposedly it was supposed to be called the Blasphemous Pact initially, but I made a comment of Flavor Lost not naming it Triskaidekadam.
Wait, what? What is going on?
The Blasphemous Edict, the new Blasphemous, it's if there's 13 creatures in play, it costs 1 black instead. So I said should have named it Triskaidekadam.
It's the card he's talking about.
Also,
You may pay black rather than pay the spell's mana cost if there are 13 or more creatures on the battlefield. Each player sacrifices 13 creatures of their choice. This is kind of a sick ass spell. Obviously, it benefits the person that has the most shit because they can just elect to, get rid of the little shits that aren't necessary, but hopefully it'll evenly kill everything. Fiery Inscription is better. Gutter Snipe. What did you say?
Yeah, Fire Inscription, I think that's the enchantment thing. The enchantment Gutter Snipe, which, fair.
Right. I mean, but Gutter Snipe it works off of everything though, right?
Gutter Snipe is instants and sorceries, and the
This
other
as
one is
well?
instants and sorceries as well, yeah.
You know
Also,
what?
Pepper.
Abzo, I'm with you. Seismic Assault. What's up?
I had one thing that I looked at, and I was looking through my collection and found this forest in it, and I went, "Why the crap is this not a snow forest?" And it is a Bloomborough forest, and it's just a basic forest, but it's everything covered in snow.
Wait, I feel like you showed me this before. You're like, that's a snow forest, right? It's close enough.
It's literally just everything is covered in snow, but for some reason, nah.
Well, this is a picture of it during winter. Trust me, right now it's a normal forest. Fiery Confluences draw 18 for 4 mana. Nathan Brothers. How do you guys feel about Fiery Confluence? Those are good in Ogier and aren't good enough here. That's interesting.
Fiery Confluence. I want to say draw 18 for 4 mana is horrible when you compare it to the fact that you can draw 15 for 1 mana. So you're paying three more
Yeah.
mana for like 3 cards.
But Nathan, were you referring to the 1 mana deal 1 to everything effects? You could also just add Lightning Bolt. I added just. Fury? Do you want to add Fury?
Fury can't go face.
I don't I don't know that it can or not because I've never
It
used
cannot.
it.
I know for a fact Fury cannot go face.
Here's my question. Are there any other good free spells we should be manipulating outside of, obviously deflecting swat? Are there like
Uh,
free damage spells that just red has had that have never had uses until now? And also, Mateus made a little mention there about not having too much shit that's Niv dependent. And frankly, I agree with that. This deck needs to do things outside of Niv-Mizzet here, and I would like to rate it in
so
a second.
the other damage effects that you have for free are Pyrokinesis, which is exile a red spell, deal 4 damage divided as you choose. Fire Blast,
Do we
which
like? Is that good enough? Pyrokinesis?
people run Pyrokinesis in mono red decks, and it's honestly better for our deck because it's just pitch another card, play this card, draw 4.
Okay.
0 mana, draw 4 and exile a card is not bad.
0 mana
Um,
draw 4 at the cost of expensive 2 cards. Feels a
yeah, it's
little.
it's itself in a red card,
Yeah.
but that's honestly not bad considering the fact that we're competing with like Lightning Bolt as our baseline, or like the other ones are baseline, but it's still good. Uh, Fire Blast is 6 mana, but you can sacrifice 2 lands rather than pay its cost. Deal 4 to any target.
Sacrifice 2 lands.
You sacrifice 2 mountains.
No, it's not gonna.
Um,
It's not gonna happen. Will. Wait, we like Fiery Confluence. I don't run Confluence, but it is worth discussing.
okay.
All right.
Really quick, Rune Flare Trap. It's 6 mana for an instant trap, but if an opponent drew 3 or more cards this turn, it costs 1 red instead. Deal damage to target player equal to the number of cards in their hand.
Rune Flare Trap. Do you like that?
Uh, so if we're comparing it with our really cheeky cards, it's probably not that great because it's 1 mana draw 7 usually at best versus 1 mana draw 9. So probably not.
Okay, so Fiery Confluence. It's expensive and it's sorcery. So those are two things that I don't like about it.
Oh, Caven. We definitely run Caven. It's a 5 mana, but you may exile a red card rather than pay its cost, and then it deals 2 damage to each creature and each player. So it's a draw 6 for exiling a red card.
It's also Mercadian Mass, so it's good. So it has a good foil.
Oh, it's good.
So Fiery Confluence, I want to give it an honest look. Okay, so I can pop this 3 times. The mode can be chosen the same time over. So as was suggested, you could hit your opponents 3 times for 2 each, like shock. You can deal 1 damage to each creature 3 times, or you can destroy 3 artifacts, or any number of these options. I think if it was instant, I would consider it a little bit more highly. I do think that it is a little overcosted for what we want. Although we clearly ramped into Niv-Mizzet, a lot of the things that are going to get us there are temporary. And I mean temporary in the sense that I'm probably not untapping that Grim Monolith. And I'm also probably not going to use that Rite of Flame or that Desperate Ritual again until I play Underworld Breach. So Acknowledging that I'm probably not going to be using that fast ramp or that temporary ramp for something like this. I think we could sideboard it, and if it's something that we honestly want to consider, sure, but I think the deck needs more lithe spells, and we don't have any, like, of the 0 to 1 cost spells yet that we can just jam down people's throats as they're trying to win games. Jessica's Will is in. Jessica's Will is in.
If Fiery Confluence was an instant, I would probably run it.
Yeah, I mean, the blue one is, right? But it doesn't do damage to players. The one that lets you draw and, yeah. Like, I Cryptic Command.
And then, like, tap or something like that.
Yeah. Cryptic Command, Cryptic Confluent? I forget. Wheel of Misfortune. The red flare is also worth. You know what? Shit, yeah. The red flare would be good here because we have all these bodies.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's it called? A lot of things. Flare of what?
Flare of Duplication. We also have a Flame Shot, which is 4 mana, but you can discard Mountain instead, and then it does 3 damage divided as you choose.
I got Lava Spike. What was the Flame Shot you said, Will?
Yeah, Flame Shot. Isn't Lava Spike just deal 3 to a face?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's deal 3 damage to a face or a planeswalker. It's an arcane spell.
We can splice our Desperate Ritual onto it.
No. Yes, we could, but no.
Why not?
It's never gonna happen.
Will, I have always wanted to splice onto Arcane.
Congratulations, you cast that bolt for free instead of for 1 mana.
Could you imagine? Wait. Will, we can splice onto this. As you cast an arcane spell, you may reveal this card from your hand. Well, aren't we into free spells, Will? How much value are 0 mana, draw 3? Come on. We're
not running bad Bolt just so that we can splice onto Arcane once every 100 games.
Here's what I want. I want a legendary that makes all of your spells subtype Arcane. Maybe it's like a tie-in with the Arcane series and they do a proper fucking tie-in and give me some of the characters from Arcane because I'd love to play them. Seriously, honestly, that's more than Final Fantasy. I'm more interested in playing Jinx than I am Cloud. I'm sorry. I've seen so much of Cloud. I've seen so much of Tifa, Barrett, Aerith.
So yeah, we are definitely running Wheel of Misfortune because each player chooses a number secretly. The player who chooses the lowest number doesn't do the thing, but the player who chooses the highest is dealt that much damage.
I like that suggestion, Nibiru. Yes, so the Flare of Duplication's in. We want Wheel of Misfortune?
Yeah, because if we just pay whatever the heck we want and then we're drawing cards.
I mean,
everybody has to pick 0 pretty much because if they don't, you know what? No, yeah, people aren't going to
feel like it's bad
for Wheel of Misfortune. Yeah, because everybody's just going to go, no. If you get your wheel, we're avoiding it.
If Niv is out, then yeah. Are we going to use the actual Niv-Mizzet and not Lazov? Is Braid of Fire's not in the deck, but it could be, as a matter of fact. It's not like we have Flash on Niv. But I smell what you're stinking up the place with. Consider Ghost Fire Slice.
Yeah.
A little bit of the Ghost Fire Slice.
Better Bolt, let's go.
That sounds like a slice of pizza I'd get from a deli here that uses ghost peppers. And it's like something you do when you're challenging yourself and you're drunk and you're with your friends. And you weren't actually hungry, but you wanted to dare someone to challenge themselves.
You wanted to have the story and bragging rights.
Right, but you're too drunk to remember anyways. And all that's left are the remnants in the porcelain of your toilet bowl. All right, we have the Ghostfire Slice. I like the card. The answer is yes to Ghostfire Slice. Counterbalance, maybe. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the deck. I think we're definitely missing some key elements here, like all of the interaction. Also some MDFCs. Will, you can give me your favorite MDFCs in a second. We are using the other dragons. They're kind of all costly though, man. But I mean, if they hit, we should win, right? So yeah. There's that, I suppose. I added Braids of Braid of Fire, rather, because we have a handful of instant speed spells that may or may not benefit from this, but I'm not sure Braid of Fire is like really great
I
for
don't think
us.
we want Braid of Fire.
Um, I see your counterbalance and I see your power balance. Um, Counterbalance is cool. You could flip the top of your deck if it's the same CMC as the spell that's being cast. You can counter said spell. Power balance is similar in effect, but it's a
You
damage
cast the
effect.
spell. No. It's you cast the spell for free.
Oh, excuse me. That's actually pretty sick. Obviously, we're not on Sensei's Divining Top. Usually, lists that manipulate power balance, or I guess I should say counterbalance, would use any sort of top deck manipulation to ensure that what they're revealing is going to be appropriate. Do you want to do that, Will?
Uh,
We're going through our deck so quickly
I
that
don't think we want to, only because with counterbalance, we're control, but we're not that type of control. And with power balance, I don't think we need help casting stuff.
Brain Freeze, Mateus, an LED for Underworld Breach.
We can do that.
I could do. I could do.
I'm not even sure if we need Brain Freeze specifically, because any of the damage effects just does it.
We have no maximum hand size. Will we would need to kill?
No, correct, but with LED, we're discarding.
That's fair. That's fair. If we have a lot of impulse drawing, then Unstable Amulet is hotness. I'll put Lion's Eye Diamond. I'll put those two in for now, by the way. But Unstable Amulet, because you put it in those brackets, I have to look it up. So
Unstable Amulet is the Modern Horizons 3 thing. It's the one that's Paradox, deal 1 damage to each opponent, and you can pay 2 energy and tap it to impulse draw.
Huh.
Also, can I acknowledge the fact that this deck is My Blade will render you to a fine paste in no less than 1,000,000 strikes? Is that a thing, toothpick?
Yeah. We're the barbarian. Niv is like a barbarian in this list. Unstable Amulet's pretty freaking cool. I don't know that it makes sense here, but I do love it conceptually.
It is a good card.
Oh, it's really
Not
cool.
here, but it is a good card.
Not in our version of the list. All right. An offer you can't refuse?
Yeah, we do all the general counterspell stuff.
Oh, God, Will. It's my least favorite part. So
right.
I added Fierce Guardianship. I'm going to add Force of Will. I guess you can add Pact of Negation here. You should be able to win on the spot, right?
Yeah. If we don't win like on the turn and then we need to go back to our turn, we probably win on our upkeep.
Mm-hmm.
Or we just pay for it and keep up all of our mana.
Do we use we don't have any blue creatures outside of the Nivs, I suppose, so we can't use the new Flare.
Yeah, I wouldn't use the Flare of Denial. No.
Each spell from exile has draw 3. That is pretty nasty, I know.
But Mental Misstep, I don't know if you already put that in.
I did not. Ragavan, Nimble Pilferer, Mental Misstep.
Yep, Mental Misstep. Mind Break Trap probably goes in there.
Yes.
Deflecting Swat?
I added D-Swat. What are the Swan Song?
Swan, Offer You Can't Refuse, Dispel.
Which spell?
Dispel. Not that spell, Dispel.
Okay. Just checking.
That's
you want to use Strix Song? What's it called?
Strix Serenade.
Strix Serenade. Strix Samba.
We can use that.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I put Serenade's fine enough.
I put REB and Pyro because
yeah, they're good.
You know.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. I can't help but we're missing one. Give me another 1 CMC counterspell, and that's it, people. I'm putting Chain of Vapor in here.
There's Spell Pierce, but we're a control deck, so we probably don't want the tax counterspells. They're usually good for the combo decks.
Trickster, have we added the One Ring? No, because just
Why spend 4 mana to draw 3 cards over 2 turns when you can spend 1 mana to draw 15 cards or 9 cards?
that's how it feels. I mean, we're really trying to just push for Niv here. Although I do like where your head's at. It's a good card.
Uh,
That takes the spell sometimes. That takes the spell sometimes.
Flusterstorm.
Yes, that's a good one. Hold up though. I thought you said you didn't like the tax ones.
Yeah, but this is a different kind of tax one.
Remember when Mana Drain was played?
Yeah, but now we got all of the 1 mana counter spells.
Wait, what's the?
Also,
Damn it! What's the untimely malfunction? Is that it?
yeah, untimely malfunction. You got it right.
what's the new blue bounce?
The
Flood Maw.
Yeah, Into the Flood Maw. And then we also have a Sink into Stupor, which is a modal land, so it's good enough. Same with a Hydroelectric Specimen.
So cool sounding. It sounds so cool when you say that. Hydroelectric Specimen. Magic's got some fun cards in it, I gotta say.
We also have Chain of Vapor in there already, right? Chain and Psych.
We do. Are you guys excited for... Ooh, fuck it. Here, wait. Do we have Mind Over Matter? Says Nathan Brothers. Here. Aren't you excited for when Patrick's gonna be on there? And I don't mean me. Sponge. Let me know how you like your Krabby Patty. Consign is fast. I have been really enjoying Consign to Memory. Catches One Rings and Thoracles. Consign to Memory.
Oh yeah, that's the new cool counterspell. I want to remember what it does. Consigned Memory is 1 blue and is counter target triggered ability or colorless spell. Replicate for 1.
Dude,
and
I love this spell, man. When this came out, we talked about it. I'm like, I love replicate spells like Shattering Spree. This is good.
Even if it didn't have replicate, just 1 blue counter somebody's ramp is really good.
I like Consign to Memory.
Yeah,
I dig it. I dig it for sure. We could add that. And I said
we have
Shattering
Lightning
Spree.
Bolt, right?
We're gonna have Mock Salvage in a second. I think we have Lightning Bolt. Is there any artifact destruction and artifact enchantment destruction you want, sir?
We have a Brade as just the generically good one.
A Brade. Wait, Hydroelectric Specimen is playable?
It's a land. It's just a land that can sometimes be a counter spell against removal.
Yeah, Trickster, in my opinion, all of the mythic rare, like Shatter Skull Smashing.
All the bolt modals are playable with minimal exception.
Precisely. So all of the mythic ones from Zendikar Rising and all of the recent ones from that are bolt playable from Modern Horizons 3 are always worth considering, because what is life if not a resource? And if your deck doesn't really give a shit, then it's all kosher. So yeah, I would totally consider them if you haven't picked up copies. They're just good to have. What are your thoughts of Universes Beyond being standard legal going into 2025? Alex, I did not know that.
You don't really play standard, but that is interesting.
No, I don't. But that is really interesting. I don't have any real feelings towards it. I feel like that sucks though, because a lot of these Universes Beyond are limited to drop windows. Do you know what I mean? So like you need to get it within a certain time frame, or you're not gonna have a standard playable deck, I guess. Although that shit takes a while to deliver anyways. I don't know how I feel about that, Alex. That's weird.
For paper, I don't like it. For Arena, I like it.
Yeah, Arena's fine. It's totally fine. Dragonstorm is 1 card combo with this commander, says Arrow. Yeah, Untimely Malfunction is great. Definitely want to have that in there. But let me look up your Dragonstorm. I don't think we added it, but this is the one that just pulls dragons out of your deck, right?
Correct. It's Storm Court of Calling Dragon out, or what is it? Tooth and Nail a Dragon out.
Yeah. I've always wondered what deck wanted this. I've come up with combos for this card, and I'm like, It's just never made sense. Maybe here. What how do you feel? If this was instant, then there maybe be a case for Braid of Fire.
Uh, Now, my response to this is, why don't you just draw your Niv?
You could just draw Niv too, but this puts it onto the battlefield, Will.
Yeah, well, casting Niv puts Niv onto the battlefield too, Patrick.
But we like tutors, even if there are opposition agents. Let's see here.
And it hurt that much worse when the opposition agent every dragon.
How do you guys feel about Dragonstorm? Dragonstorm should be a 1-card combo with no commander out. Yeah, I feel that, Nathan. I feel like if it's contingent on you having cast a 6 CMC thing outside of that, it's kind of rough. It got a lot better with the new dragon that's coming into this next set. Well, I mean Modern Pioneer, etc. And only full sets like LOTR, not drops. Oh, Alex. Yeah, if that's the case, I'm sorry. So Universes Beyond, but specifically but that's the thing though. I don't think I guess Lord of the Rings is technically Universes Beyond, but it's a full set. Because it's getting a standard release, it's not limited drop. I don't mind then. Yeah, I thought you were suggesting that before they become playable cards in actual sets, SLDs were standard playable, or for whatever format if you're choosing. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I mean, Lord of the Rings was their best-selling set ever, so I mean, you're probably gonna get more sets like that invite new players, and there's probably going to be an abundance of these cards anyways, so I don't know, it doesn't bother me. Kind of sad half sets will be Universes Beyond. I did see that moving forward. It is weird, but the game is moving that direction, personally. But, we've had a lot of good years to enjoy prior to that. That's the only way I can look at it.
Magic's main story has kind of finished up.
So
it's a good excuse to just kind of pull in all the IPs that people like.
Are we gonna get a multiversal saga? Are we gonna have Cloud helping Jace
defeat Tony Stark,
and as well as like an Eldrazi horde? Is that gonna be a thing now? Maybe. I'd be down. Did we get Valley Floodcaller and Born Upon a Wind? Said Chris. All right, Will.
So Valley Floodcaller.
This is the new.
Yeah, it's the new mirror, but it's just all non-creatures or new Shimmer mirror, but it's all non-creatures instead of all artifacts.
Thoughts?
Pretty much our entire deck is going to be instants anyways, so no, we're not running Valley Floodcaller. Born Upon a Wind, maybe it's a cantrip, but I'd still kind of say no to Born Upon a Wind because I don't think we need it.
It's interesting that you bring those two up, though, is the idea, because like we have a no maximum hand size technically. Are we just trying to win on someone else's turn? I don't know how I feel about those. Like, I don't hate these options. Born Upon a Wind is just instant speed, and everything is instant. I think we're probably over 100, by the way, but I do think we're missing some forms of ramp, I should say. The deck is at 97 cards. I want to put the Arcane Signet in here. I want to put, I guess, the color of my underwear. What
Probably
other?
Fellwar Stone.
So I got Fellwar, Arcane. Yeah. I've got the Vault. I've got the Grim. I did not put Chrome Mox. Sorry. Mox Diamond.
Chrome Mox and Diamond.
Mox Amber?
No, we're probably not doing Opal or Amber.
We have Lotus Petal, though. And I do have Ragavan. I did hear your cries earlier. Triskaidekaphile.
We could run Triskaidekaphile, but it's kind of like a Thoracle.
Are we on Final Fortune? That is a interesting question.
Maybe.
I like Final Fortune a lot. And there's no reason, if we go through a counter war trying to win the game on our turn and we just lack the mana to do the thing, who cares about self-preservation? Like, if you were going for the win and you can like finish it in another turn. But then again, sorry.
If we just dump a bunch of mana to draw stuff and then end with 2 mana and we just want to do that to take an extra turn and win off of that, that's not horrible because we have enough. If we added in the free damage spells, we can probably find some kind of win. Either through Niv or one of the one of the Underworld Breach lines.
Budget, did I? God, you might be right. Oh, Budget Pub Stomper is suggesting. I believe you, though. I think Justin was there for this. Did you see the new tech that's winning top tables at tournaments with Valley Flood Caller? Retraction Helix? I know the card. We'll keep...
Oh, I know Retraction Helix. Oh, wait, yeah, Valley Flood Caller and Retraction Helix is a thing. That is kind of funny. Okay.
Yeah, until end of turn, target creature gains return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand.
So it's basically going to be that you keep tapping the Flood Caller to recast that, and then untap Flood Caller, repeat, repeat, repeat. So you get infinite casts and infinite taps of whatever artifact you want. So if you have like Soul Ring in, you just get infinite Soul Ring. If you have I might run that as a backup line in my Xur deck. That's actually pretty decent. But yeah, that's a cool line. I like that.
I mean, it's cute. He also becomes infinitely large, right?
Yeah, and in charge.
Yeah. And on a turtle shell, of course. Dragon's Approach. We did... No, you're good, Andrew. You're good. You're probably not hearing this if you just heard us talk about Dragon's Approach, but you're good, Andrew.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
We talked about Dragon's Approach. We said that is definitely a deck that you can make for this Niv because it's 3 mana, draw 9, and then inevitably get out your other combo piece is pretty good. Because it's 3 mana, draw a ton of interactions so that you can live, and then inevitably just say GG game.
Dragonstorm Hellkite Courser puts your commander into play.
Right. Oh, yeah.
So, yes. So this is a oft forgotten card, but yes, there is in fact a card that will put your commander out for the turn. It does need to... I'll just read it. Enter the battlefield. You may put your commander from the CZ onto the battlefield. It gains haste. Return it to the command zone at the beginning of the next end step. So if we put Hellkite Courser in here and we Dragonstormed,
yeah,
then we just need to play the ritual that hit Dragonstorm and Dragonstorm.
9 mana win the game is potentially a little bit hard, but we can probably ramp into that.
Galvanic Ritual? Wait, Ironcrag Feat?
Oh, we are not running Ironcrag Feat.
Will Splice? If you're not gonna give me fucking Splice on Arcane, you're gonna give me Ironcrag Feat.
Look, Patrick, I know you're obsessed with Feat, but it's not worth it.
Wait. What you just said, it'll win the game, right? If I Ironcrag
anything,
Feat...
any ritual, any other ritual in the entire game does the exact same thing.
It's not. You keep complaining about the mana, Will. It's 9 mana.
We're not spending freaking a blue and then 4 or 3 red pips and then another one to play Niv-Mizzet. We're not cheating 1 mana short on Niv-Mizzet or running this for one other card.
How about Treasonous Ogre? You give me Treasonous Ogre?
I will give you Treasonous Ogre 100%. Treasonous Ogre is actually good include.
Yeah. Okay. Does that mean we use... Are we doing the Dragon's Approach? Damn it! Dragonstorm! God.
We can do Dragonstorm if you want to do Treasonous Ogre. We can just do Dragonstorm in general if you want to include that other dragon.
But without Hellkite Courser?
Yeah.
True, but I think it has potential. Dragonstorm only good when you cast it for R off of Rowan's Sign of War. Price of Progress. It's another oldie and goldie. I actually used this before. I forget what the hell it was in, but yeah, each time it deals damage equal to twice the number of non-basic lands players control. It's instant speed. Yo, I like the Dragonstorm idea. I really do. We're gonna do it.
We might run Price of Progress. Progress deals damage to each player equal to twice the number of non-basic lands that player controls. Uh, so let's see. We cast this on like turn 3, and everybody probably has 3 non-basics in play because of fetches and stuff. Except for like, let's say, a monocolor player who will have 1 non-basic. It's going to be 2 plus 6 plus 6. So
Mm-hmm.
that's going to be 14. 2 mana, draw 14 at instant speed.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I like that. Price of
Will
Progress is good burn.
tutors.
Do we need tutors?
I know.
We have
I know. Well, we have redundancy. I get that, but
it's like such an insane amount of redundancy, and the things that we want to tutor for are dragons. Wait, do we run the crappy dragon tutor just because of that?
oh,
The
the
3 mana
creature.
tutor dragon? No, the 3 mana tutor dragon spell.
Oh, is it Sarkon's
Yeah.
blessing or something? Sarkon's around the shoulder grab. Sarkon's just the tip. What's it called? Sarkon's something. Sarkon's triumph.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, you got it.
Cool. How about browbeat? I I I really every time I think about this card, I just think about how this guy is roughhousing this poor fucking wizard. Okay. Any player may have browbeat deal 5 damage to him or her or them. It's eroded. Okay. If no one does, that player draws 3 cards.
I go
It's
back to my statement of we have 1 mana, draw 9. This is 3 mana, draw 3.
yeah, it's still really
Yeah.
cheeky. Nibru, I like what you're doing.
Yeah,
I think
we run gamble. We run gamble.
Right.
Least.
I realized though that we got through all of this and we didn't add a damn tutor. I'm like, this is just so unusual for us. So gamble, mystical tutor.
Yeah, we do mystical tutor because we can find the dragon storm, and then
Is Dragon Storm sorcery?
Yeah,
couldn't we use personal tutor?
we could. Honestly, it's not bad.
Sarkon D's. Sarkon D's nuts. Go on.
I'm waiting for somebody to hit us with the Niv-Mizzet.
How about Sarkon's triumph, people? Do you feel glorious?
It is a maybe for me, but it's
instant.
not
Will
horrible.
It's instant.
Oh, it is instant. I keep thinking that's a sorcery.
And guess what? It's 2-hand. Ooh.
It is a pretty decent maybe, only due to the fact that we just hold up all of the interaction in the world and just say, oh, no one made me use a counter?
Right.
Tutor Niv? Play Niv with all the counters?
Is that okay?
Game?
All right. Y'all are going to be Sarkoning these nuts in a second. I like it. Sarkon's triumph. I just like it because I remembered the name of the shit tutor. Spellseeker.
Sarkon gazed on the world around him, the dangers sweeping through the skies. Or the dragon sweeping through the skies, and joy kindled like a fire in his soul.
Read his kindle on the airplane ride to the dragon's den. Want to know your future? Just 3 mana. Spellseeker, is there anything in Spellseeker for you, Will? Is your Sarkon's Triumph is your definite maybe? How many Dragon's Approaches are we running? We're not running any yet, Arrow. I don't think we're doing Dragon's Approach, but I've said Dragon's Approach a million times, so I wouldn't blame
Dragon's
you.
Approach is like definitely a strategy you can do. It is not the strategy that we're doing, but that is a definite you could do this.
You want to run Bergi? Do you want to run Bergi or Urabrosk, Will?
Maybe Urabrosk, only because that's another curiosity target. But I don't think we need them, only because so mana's going to be our bottleneck, but the thing is, our end game is not win the game, it's going to be draw a bunch of cards. So I don't think that we're going to need the mana from them.
You don't want Urabrosk.
I don't think we need Urabrosk, and I don't think we need Bergi.
All right, people, you heard it here first. Mid. I'm just kidding. Maybe I'm not. Guys, we need to make cuts.
We can cut some of our curiosity guys, like the ones that are only when you cast instant or sorceries. We can probably cut.
Yeah, this has been an interesting deck. So let's look at our artifacts first. I mean, I am playing Thassa's in my version. What a fucking lame choice. I'm sorry. Wait.
Get out of the stream. Leave right now.
Thassa's. We said cEDH, Mateus. should we run Thassa's Oracle? Should we run Thassa's Oracle and damn it, I always forget that blue card. It doesn't fucking matter. Leveler? Do you want to throw Leveler in here?
Are you talking about Thought Lash?
No. It's beautiful. The card is beautiful.
Oh, you're talking about
it's two hands.
Paranormality?
No, parasocial.
Paradoxical outcome?
Paradoxical outcome? No, that's not it.
Hold up, let me.
You all should take a look at my budget comp video. It's pretty ridiculous, says Budget Pup Stomper. Should we? We could. Should we all look at it now? Brain Freeze is in.
Oh, Paradigm Shift.
Paradigm Shift. How much? What's the budget on it, Budget Pup Stomper? What is a good budget for a deck? Like $100 or less?
Most casual decks are like somewhere in the 100 range. Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's like $1 per card, right? Misdirection, Pact, Force of Negation, Mindbreak Trap, Cyclonic Rift. I think we forgot Misdirection.
Yeah, Misdirection is the only one we don't have.
Yeah, but we can add that, Mateus. I like where your head's at, dude. What's the lore reason for Niv abandoning the Wooburg and going back to Izzet? I don't know, dude.
So the lore reason is this is Niv before all of that happened. We're going back in time.
Oh,
it's not that like we're literally time traveling. It's just this is where everything began. These are the foundations of Magic the Gathering.
And now Wizards is making us time travel. Oh, God, no more. They gotta stop, Will. Universe is this, universe is that.
First the universe is the beyond, then the furries, now the time travel.
It's too much for me. I can't with these people. The worst. They're giving people more than they want. Well, and then a little less of what they actually want. There's some legitimate concerns. I get it, but I just want to. I don't really complain about the games I play, not really, unless I'm actively playing them, and then the RNG gods shit all over my face. Then I complain.
You know, Magic the Gathering's a problem when when my Niv-Mizzet dies to Captain America throwing Excalibur at him.
Yeah, pretty much. Please more Brooklyn accents. Yeah, I could do that. What do we got? We got Misdirection, that's good. I like some creature removal, like rapid hybridization and Pongify. Well, you know what I like? For my opponents to deal with my opponent's creatures. That's what I like. There's not enough. What are we missing here? The hell is this? Oh, Flame Shot. Patrick, the One Piece VODs are out there. What are you talking about? What happened? What did I do? What did I do in a One Piece VOD? God, I fucking love brewing with you guys. But yeah, I've had some piss poor luck when you guys have watched, but I've had some good luck when I record those videos. I haven't done one in a while, but dude, the captain deck you brewed was nasty. Which captain deck? Because he has the Riz. Will, what am I adding? I'm sorry. I went back because I needed to add something. Oh, creature removal. Are we lacking creature removal? I've got bounce. Isn't that enough?
I think that we, outside of the bounce effects, we run damage-based removal because we can turn it into draw.
Regarding rage over RNG, oh my god, yeah, you're right. Okay, yes, thank you. Thank you for, yes. I try to forget these moments. I had some really good games over the Comic-Con weekend. Like I topped 8. I was 6th place for a regional, which was really close for me. I bad RNG in one fucking mirror match, of course. And I lost, which is fine. I saw no Gecko Morias. They saw fucking 4. How it was close, I don't know. And then I also I had an issue with someone that was playing a separate deck at a separate event where they kept their graveyard or their trash next to their life in the same orientation, and they were playing black, yellow, Luffy, and everything was upright. Make of that what you will. Bonfire of the Damned is the best card for this list. Oh my god, we're missing all the best cards, Will.
Apparently.
Bonfire of the Damned, it's a miracle card. Bonfire of the Damned deals X damage to target player and each creature he or she controls. X in red or X in red if it's a miracle. I don't know if it's the best card.
Yeah.
In Slagstorm, we're going to take a few more suggestions before we go to cutting, because we do need to make some cuts.
Slagstorm is 1 red for sorcery. Choose 1, deal 3 damage to each creature or 3 damage to every player. We have 1 mana, deal 3 damage to every player, which is just kind of better.
Submerge is also good, you say? Sorcery is too slow. I mean, it's only slower than one other thing. It's only slower than instant. So is it that slow? We could add Submerge. Sure. That's the last one, though.
Delayed Blast Fireball is another one that was brought up, which is 3 mana for an instant that does 2 damage to each opponent and each creature they control. But if you cast this from exile, deal 5 damage instead, and as foretell for 4 red, and you can pay 2 to foretell it. It's 8 mana to draw 15 and wipe the board, or 3 mana to draw 6 and kill the smaller stuff on the board. Don't hate it. Don't think it's fantastic. I think that we can probably skip on it.
Well, we're going to cut it here. We're going to cut it. So we've got 113 cards and 8 artifacts. Grim Monolith, Felwar Stone, Arcane Signet, Mana Vault, Chrome Mox, Lion's Eye Diamond, which, don't tempt me, I will use it to cast Niv, Lotus Petal, and Mox Diamond. Will, do you like those artifacts?
Yes.
Okay, how about these sorceries? We've got Dragonstorm, you know why. Cave-In, because you know it's good. Flame Shot. Discard a mountain to deal 3 damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures or players. This might be one of the weaker ones. When we have a full hand, though, it's good.
Yeah, it's there for when we have Niv out and we start doing the Niv thing. But
add Sarkhan creature. It ramps Sarkhan creature? I swear. Swear to God, swear to me. What's Cave-In? Remove a red card from your hand from the game. Blah, blah, blah. Deals 2 damage to each creature and each player. Yeah, Cave-In's good. Yeska's Will. Love it. Shatter Skull Smashing. Gotta have it. Flame Rift. You know I love it. End of Festivities. Of course. Everyone needs to go home. Gamble. There's new art for Gamble. I don't like it as much as mine. Mind Bomb. Best card. Honestly, the best card. That's Mind Bomb is the only reason I wanted to make this deck, frankly. Personal Tutor, Rite of Flame, and Tectonic Hazard. Tectonic Hazard can probably come out. One of these needs to go. One of these sorcery spells needs to go.
I think we can remove the just deal damage to face effects outside of the 1 mana ones. Like we can get rid of Flame Rift probably, because it does nothing unless our commander's out, and it's 2 mana, so it's not going to be as efficient.
I take that. Sarkhan creature, the one that clones dragons. It's from the same set as Nissa Resurgent Animist.
I know the card. I can't remember exactly what it does, but I do know the card. Also, do we want to cut the curiosity effects?
Oh, we could start with enchantments here.
Actually, first let's go to creatures, because we can cut the creatures that are only instant and sorcery based.
Wait, what the hell's Heatwave? Who told me to put this in here?
Heatwave is a representative for the new card that you wanted to add. The 1 mana, deal 3 to each opponent.
Is that... Never mind. That's not situational. Is it instant or sorcery?
I think it's an instant.
I'll
find it on Scryfall really quick though.
I'll find it first. Oh fuck! I used a 3 instead of a W. It's sorcery.
Yeah. Okay, it's still good though.
It's still good though. I would cut the curiosity effects. Well, if Idionize out,
we can probably keep actual curiosity, but we can get rid of the the ranger guy as well. What is he? What's his name?
Tandem Lookout.
Yeah, Tandem Lookout.
Tandy the Lookout. They're hard to tutor for. Yeah. I mean, well, Gamble hits everything, though.
Yeah, but we're fine with just curiosity.
I'm fine with just curiosity. General cEDH question: how much removal is a good amount? You want like
Depends on the deck.
number?
It really depends on the deck.
Give us a range, Will.
Well, I mean, to be fair, in like a deck like my Xur deck, I have such a compressed list that anything that's not ramp is removal for the most part. But for other decks like Rog Sai, you probably run very, very, very little removal outside of counter spells. So like Rog Sai, I think if you don't include counter spells, they have honestly like 2 to 3 pieces of removal. In my Xur deck, I think I run like 30 something pieces of removal.
Will, what does the deck do if there's a Drannith Magistrate down? Don't say kill Drannith Magistrate. That's not an option. How are we trying to win the game?
Kill Drannith Magistrate. We can go for one of the other Nivs and then the Curiosity in our deck.
Right, but we only have the one. I get what Mateus is saying about our deck does nothing without Niv. Kind of doesn't. But then again, my Oswald deck doesn't really do anything without Oswald, except Oswald's 2 CMC instead of 6. So he usually gets out there. He'll be on the battlefield.
I will say kill Drannith Magistrate is very, very realistic because most of our deck is designed to kill stuff.
The golden mark for interactive list is 11 instant spells that interact. Well, I would hope so. I get what you're saying, though. You could put in 4 more dragons and then win with those. I don't know about that. I want to.
Oh wait, really quick. You want to know how we win through Drannith Magistrate?
Give it to me.
Dragonstorm.
Yeah, sure.
We never cast our commander, and he just enters.
Oh my god, I'm dying. All right, I'm not. Please don't take that seriously. I'm okay, people. Will, we need to cut some of these little has-been creatures here.
Yeah, we can cut Electrostatic Field.
Wait.
We can cut the Erebor Firesmith.
Wait, Electrostatic. Oh, it is a creature.
Yeah.
Erebor. Did anyone watch the Rings of Power recent season? Just let me know. That's all. You just have to say yes or no.
You know what? I like the guy, but he's not good enough. We can cut Gutter Snipe and we can cut the Fiery Inscription. Fiery Inscription's an enchantment.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. We still have a lot of tech that is specific for Niv here. Like, is there
Alchemist can be removed as well?
Is there an Underworld Breach line? That's
I actually do kind of like Thermal Alchemist only because it is tap deal damage and it untaps an extra time when we do an instant or sorcery, so it's at least drawing us 3 cards per turn.
Celebrimbor. Dude, I just watched the show because I love hearing the word Celebrimbor. Have you watched Rings of Power, Will?
I have not.
You don't have to. Rings of Power Season 2 is really not good for Lord of the Rings in general. Sorry for the negativity. I was super disappointed. And I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, we stopped watching, like the wife and I were watching it. We're just like, it's not doing enough to hold our attention. Season 1 barely did. I think we got through like 2 episodes. We want to watch the new Penguin show though. Interesting.
It's funny because there's a manga that I was reading through and going through, and I stopped reading it at one point, and then I found out that there's like 2 chapters before the end of the season, but I stopped reading it like several months ago. So I was like, man, I wonder how that manga's going through. And then I went back and I'm like, oh, I was literally right at the end of the season when I stopped reading.
Did you finish it?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Literally, it was I can't remember the name of it though, because I just keep bumping into it randomly and then continue reading from there. But the long story short is class gets isekai'd to another world, and Goddess says, "Okay, which of you want to be isekai'd?" All of them say yes except for one kid. So she says, "Okay, I'll send that kid home." Dumps him into the deadliest place in the entire world just to get him out of the way and not deal with him. And then he just says, "Okay, screw it. I'm gonna solo this crap by myself." And he goes through and he becomes the hero and does his whole
Solo
thing.
leveling? What do you mean?
It's kind of like solo leveling, except it's a lot more comedy based more than it is like action fighting based. But the season that I watched, or the season I was reading and watching a bit on YouTube, uh, I ended at the point where they were fighting demons who were invading the school, and then literally the point that I ended was when the demons were like, "Oh yeah, we're going to be back in a couple days," and then next chapter is Demon Lord possesses one of the classmates, and then the chapter after that is character defeats the Demon Lord. They all go back into their homeworld, and one of the kids' friends slash servants that was working with him as a translator gets teleported with them back to his homeworld, and he just goes, "What the fuck?" And then that's how they end the season.
I'll watch for the Balrog fight. What was the name of the manga, Will, you're referring
I am
to?
going to
If you can
find
find
it
it.
really quick
And
because
then
it is a decent read.
Mateus says engineer isekai. Hilarious.
Uh, there's a I think it's like I was something Dwarf King was a really good one as well. It's an engineer gets isekai'd into or engineer dies from being overworked and gets isekai'd and is brought back to his youth, and he's just like, "Oh, I'm just gonna work on engineering crap." And then he joins he gets a wand from one girl, looks at the magic crystal, and he says, "This looks super inefficient," and then turns her wand into a gun. He's like, "Oh yeah, to heal people, point the gun at them and then you can heal them. But also for attack magic, adjust the gun a little bit and fire," and then they were one-shotting demons that were threatening the entire country for the longest time.
So
I will find that one as well. I highly recommend that one. But I'll find the other one first.
I took out Thermo Alchemist and Razorkin Needlehead. I took out Flame Shot. And we need to cut 3 more cards, people. So for me, some of these creatures are just one too many. I think we've got a better, more reduced count here. I think whenever a player casts a spell is better, like that's going to happen more frequently than drawing will for the most part. So these ones seem better to me. Same with Cyclaw Raptor. I think it can stay because it's advantageous. 4 damage to them is a lot. But it is kind of situational. I do think that Gleeful Arsonist is better. I'm going to take the Scythe Claw out too, man. We need to cut 2 more cards and we can test this deck, though. Everybody draws. Everybody does draw. They typically will draw once per turn. I mean, that's guaranteed. But I can see people casting more than 1 spell per turn. Do you know what I mean? I think on average, people cast more spells than they're drawing additional cards per turn at different stages of the game. And this is obviously excluding things like, Peer into the Abyss. But obviously, if someone's turboing a whole hand, it's usually off of Ad Nauseam. And as we all know, that is notoriously not a draw effect. So, I don't... I'm just trying to make cuts so we can test this. But I do think that you can make those swaps pending on your play group or your own opinion of how it should be played. Gun, classic fantasy meme. I might trade the Firebrand Archer for a Harsh Mentor. I like Harsh Mentor, actually. Sorry, well, did you find the...
I am still trying to find it.
Whenever an opponent activates an ability of an artifact, creature, or land on the battlefield, if it wasn't a mana ability, Harsh Mentor deals 2 damage to that bitch. Do you have the Talisman and the 2 Signets? I don't have the 2 Siggies, man.
No, we got one of the Siggies, but not the other.
I got a Felwar Stone, though. You okay with that?
Felwar Stone's good. Felwar Stone's the better option, in my opinion.
Cool with that, bro. How about Roiling Vortex, Will?
Ah,
fuck that card.
It is way more likely for so Roiling Vortex is going to do the same thing as the Pinhead and similar thing to the Scythe Claw because it's at minimum drawing us 3 cards per rotation with the potential to draw us more by people casting stuff. The thing is with the Scythe Claw, people are forced to play the Scythe Claw if they would. With the Roiling Vortex, people can just hold up their free spells or their 0 mana spells. So
That's already gone.
yeah.
Is Screaming Nemesis playable? Or is life gain not a problem? Life gain not a problem? Life loss is not a problem, unless people are trying to bring us down to 0. But what's Screaming Nemesis? I actually don't know what this is. Oh, this explains why. Deals damage. Deals that much damage to any other target. That's not bad. Roiling does hit free spells pretty hard. I think that we could probably put Roiling back in, but I don't know what I want to have it in for. Probably an instant or sorcery. I included in my deck the 2 Gilded Drakes as well. Oh, you're doing way more control than we are. I like them, though. Spire of Industry with 8 artifacts. Why I gotta put it like that? Where the fuck is it? Oh.
Spire of Industry is in here because it's my Stellally mana base. We can probably replace it with the Verge land.
I realized that we should probably look at the lands. I did mention this earlier, but I too forgot in that same breath that we should probably revise the lands to some extent. So City of Traders should be in here. City of Traders should be in here. Urza Saga's in here. Stormkiln Artist is also good. So yes. City of Traits.
We don't really need Stormkiln Artisan because we're not really we don't need to storm off too badly in this deck. If we get Underworld Breach, we just win. If we get the other Nivs, we just win. We're just trying to control until we get there.
Okay, well, let's see if that's true, Will. Because we have a full deck right now. So guys, that's our ham sandwich of a Niv-Mizzet there for you. 93% competitive says tapped out. It's always accurate. It's never failed me. I'm very curious to see how this performs. So without further ado, I'll encourage you to leave this a like if you enjoyed it so far. And let's see if this isn't total ass. It's only going to cost you 4 to 4.5k off of Card Kingdom if you want to buy it. Don't buy it through that link. Don't you need more mountains for your pitch spells? Jesus. Wait, how many mountains do we have? Which pitch spell? It's just the one.
So we have the Sacrifice Mountains one, and then we have the Discard Mountain one.
We'll be fine. Turn. Oh my god. Okay, here. Is this a good hand? Lotus Petal, Polluted Delta, Shatterskull Smashing, Into the Floodmaw, Untimely Malfunction, Mystic Remora, and Rhystic Study.
Yes, because turn 1 Mystic Remora.
You should play Caverns of Souls. Fuck Uncounterable. It's for cowards. It's for cowards and cheaters. And I'm neither of those things. Oh god. Wait, I'm sorry. Hold up. No damage doubles? Nah, we don't need damage doubles. Can I share with you guys something really funny I watched recently? Can I share with you all something funny? Here. It's really good. Wait, Whoa, hey. Hold up. Alright, it's a video. It's a video. Ah, damn it. I swear to God, it's worth it. Just bear with me. It's really worth it. It's really worth it. Okay, so this is Danger Bean 55 on TikTok. If you've played, okay, so we're gonna play test this deck. Thank you for bearing with me. We're gonna play test this deck. It's gonna be super fun. You're all gonna love it. It's gonna be the best deck, and you just need to watch this first. If you ever played Catan. Oh god, darn it.
Oh my god, there's 7.
Oh god. Oh god. Okay, it's just so funny. I just want you to enjoy this with me. Shout out this guy. He's done an amazing job. I would love to be able to do more of these skits. Okay.
Okay, here we go. Oh my god, another 7. Are you serious?
Not my lucky day.
This guy. There. Surely there's been a mistake here. What mistakes do your eyes see? Please tell us. Well, the burglar appears to be placed on my highest yielding wheat field. I'm afraid no mistake has been made.
But are your people not enjoying bread?
Bread from my Are your people not living in stone halls? From the resources that I've given you illustrate my point perfectly. We were engaged in trade.
My people no longer have use for your bread.
We take lamb from the north. What about us? Your friends, our allies. What of that? People of the Orange Kingdom. Make alliance.
We had lives.
If you thought that was an alliance, then you truly are a fool. I'd rather live 1,000 lives as a fool. Breathe single breath as a tyrant.
I just won.
Oh my god. Thank you for enjoying that masterpiece with me. We can play test the deck now. What did you suggest? You said don't Spire of Industry 8 artifacts? I don't know why that made me think of that video, but it did. I played Catan so much with my friends. They stopped playing. Yeah, I play Catan with my friends. They all stopped playing. It's good. I think Catan is good for like folks that enjoy nitty-gritty board games casually, because there's enough in Catan that you can sink your teeth into, but I don't know. It's not my favorite game to play. I like games where there's a little bit more, if it's a friendly game with friends that we only meet every so often, I would rather there be more random elements. I don't want to be able to gamify it too much, otherwise it's not fun. And Catan is one of those games where you can definitely gamify it. But yeah, shout out to Danger Bean 55. Fucking hilarious. That was great. I used to do sketches like that on here. Not as I don't know if that's like true to anyone's playgroup, but it's just so hilarious. Because that's definitely not the average interaction. At any rate, Will, you ready to do this thing?
Yep. Also,
fuck me in the butt. Manifold, sorry.
Hmm?
No, I just got a Manifold. Feels good. Yes. Volcanic Island.
Also, I found the two things I was talking about. So, two mangas that are good, and I hope inevitably get an anime adaptation. One is This Hero for Real? And then the other one is Grand Dwarf. Yeah, Grand Dwarf. Let me see if I can double check that last one. Yeah, it looks like it's Grand Dwarf. Yes. There you go. We can talk about that after playtest, but for those who want to look that up, you can look up those two mangas. They're good.
Mystic Roar turn 1. Will, are we the turn player? Are we the starting turn player?
We're probably second in turn order. First player got to do their dumb thing.
Okay. How many cards are we going to draw?
Probably like, we can say 3, 4, somewhere in there to be conservative.
Okay. Do we keep the fish?
Do we have a decent hand?
We've got 9 cards here. We drew Chain of Vapor, Sink into Stupor, Rite of Flame, and Personal Toot. We will not get to draw before we make this decision. So untap, upkeep. I'm going to say we can let it go because we've got a fucking Rhystic Study, and then we'll take our turn. We got a Scalding Tarn. You already lost a turn 1 Roxai. Get the stop. Roxai was after us, and we got no interaction outside of a Lotus Petal into the Flood Maw. Or Chain of Vapor was the first thing we drew, so technically we would have interaction. I'm not worried about it, okay? Will, can you see the hand?
Yeah, I can see the hand.
I think we just pop that Scaldy.
Yeah, we theoretically we could go Niv-Mizzet here if we wanted.
I don't know if I do want it. Yeah, yeah, give me a percentage of times the turn 1 pops off. I know from experience, having done other dumb shit that's supposed to win on turn 1, it's not often. Although I gotta say, I see ad nauseum more than I'd like it on turn 1. But that's a different thing. And there's usually a mana crypt involved, frankly. 1 in 6 games? Okay, well this was not one of those games. Which is crazy high. What is that as a percentage, Will? 1 in 6.
1 in 6. So it's just 100 divided by 6, so that's a little bit more than 15.
Okay.
A little bit more than 15%.
Nathan Brothers says 1%. Thank you for the percentage. All right, so Will wants to cast Niv.
We could cast Niv. It
He's-
is probably better to do Ristic Study.
It's not what I heard. I literally heard you say it's the only choice. Wait, I'm sorry. What is the shock? Is it land?
Steam Fence.
That is the least shock sounding duel, in my opinion.
Yeah, it may not be shocking, but it is definitely a good mix of fire and water.
Yeah, sure. All right, so are we going to do this thing? I doubt it's that high. So do we want to drop Niv-Mizzet here? Because everyone just wasted their interaction on that fucking Rog side player who thought
I
they were
think
the
we
cock of the
play-
walk.
We play Ristic Study and we keep up our interaction. If we want, we can do the personal tutor and then find the Dragonstorm because we're actually pretty close to getting Dragonstorm.
Do we... Well, okay, hold up. Are we going to Rite of Flame the Ristic Study next turn, personal tutor?
Yeah, we don't want to waste mana vault on that. I think we can just do Ristic Study this turn, and then we can do
Off the pedal.
Yeah, off the.
We're going to need to discard down
Man,
a
that
hand
does
anyways.
hurt.
Nah. We'll do Rite of Flame. We'll do Rite of
Let's
Flame
do Rite of
into...
Flame.
Yeah, just to keep our hand at 7 and then pass. Dragonstorm, let's go. You know, maybe we do. Let's reach for the storm, why don't we? Stomping Ground is the most shock of them all. I would say that's true. I would say Stomping Ground it definitely feels like a shock. Some of the shocks don't feel like shocks, and that's my issue with finding them. What is it? What is the Golgari one? God.
Overgrown Tomb.
Yeah, nothing about that makes me think I'm gonna take 2 damage for visiting it.
I don't know. You probably get tetanus. Sounds like a place where you could get tetanus.
Oh, there's a lot of vines on your mother's grave. I don't know if we should visit her tomb this year. They haven't trimmed the hedges there for some time. It's like it's not scary. It doesn't seem like I'm gonna lose life for visiting there.
Like honestly, Overgrown Tomb sounds like I would say it sounds like it could be Selesnya, but the tomb part is the reason why it's Golgari.
Speaking of Tomb, did you guys watch the Tomb Raider show on Netflix? Let me know how you feel about that. It must have been the same animators, I think, as the shit, someone brought it up earlier. That Amazon show, the animated one. I really like it. Vox Machina. Okay. How many cards are we drawing off Ristic Study, Will?
We probably draw 3 or 4. Rog side does some dumb stuff. They try to storm off. Whether they get there or not, that's up for debate.
Ooh, we got Sarkon's Triumph, Cemetery Gatekeeper, and Ragavan. All right, next turn. Otohara. God. It went from better to worse. Like, the cards we drew are kind of dick. Let's give ourselves a we got so much blue. Let's do the Sink into the Stupor. I need more people to say there are 2 more opponents to interact. I'll be fine when I play Rog. The level of greed I see at competitive tournaments, it's insane. And also just the level of... never mind. I'll let you experience it.
For here, we probably play Ragavand and we personal tutor, because on our turn after, we'll have 4 lands in play, Ragavan Treasure, Lotus Petal, and then Mana Vault, and that's going to be State. Dragonstorm is at 8 or 9.
Dragonstorm is 9, sir.
Alright, so it's one short of Dragonstorm.
Here's what I want to do. I want to
If
do
we
the... I'm going to do the Ragavan. I want to do a Mana Vault, just get that out of our hand. And then I want to do the Personal Toot. Is that okay?
Yeah, we'll need to cast something else from hand to get storm count high enough though now.
Well,
For next turn.
No, my hope upon hopes is that... I love you, wife. Hey, wife. Ragavan gets blocked by your opponent's...
Yeah, Ragavan will very likely get blocked unless we want to use removal to clear.
We've got Untimely Demise, Untimely Malfunction, single target spell. Nope. Only 1 or 2 can't block this turn. 1 or 2 target creatures can't block this turn. There you go. I knew there was a mode on here I just didn't care about. All right, so we've got a Lotus Petal open for that Into the Floodmon Chain of Vapor, but don't worry about it. Our opponents will have interaction. We're going to draw 3 cards this time, Will. And nothing of import. A Prismatic Vista that can hit an island next turn. And a Deflecting Swat that's offline. Okay, so Ragavan gets Orcish Bowmaster in this meta after turn 3. Does it? What if no one's playing black?
Or no one's found the Orcish Bowmaster. But
yeah, you're never
Ragavan likely does not last here, but we're not even going to be able to do the thing that we wanted to do anyways. So
no.
Our game plan is probably just play the Grave Hate guy in our hand and play Niv.
Yeah, I kind of hate the fact that we'll P Vista for another island, I think, just because we can. But yeah, we should just drop the Niv so that we can have Deflecting Swat online. I mean, should we tempt the Ragavan? We tempt the Ragavan. You know why? Because we're bold like that. It's blocked, he dies. Cool. All right, you want to do the Gatekeeper?
Yeah, Gatekeeper and Niv if we can do them both.
Yeah, you don't want to hold for anything?
So let's see. We have
Into the Floodmaw, Chain of Vapor.
It's really it's really creature removal stuff with Deflecting Swat. I think Deflecting Swat's going to be enough. Also, if we have the Gravekeeper in play and Niv in play, we're drawing enough that we'll probably find free interaction, because whenever anyone casts an instant or sorcery, we draw 2.
How close are we to Dragonstorm? Nowhere near close enough if we cast any spells this turn. If we were able to attack and get it shot off with Ragavan, we would be at 1 treasure, 2, 5.
We'd be at 9 mana, but a storm count of 0, so we couldn't get 2 things off Dragonstorm.
Yeah. We needed a ritual, really, going into this turn to Dragonstorm it. I'm fine with just Niv and Live. Niv and Live.
To be fair, we probably draw 8 cards off of that. And then that's not even including Rhystic Study, so we probably draw 12 cards on this rotation.
If this sticks, sure. So
we have Deflecting Swat and no one's interacting with it because of the whole Gravekeeper thing.
Right. Right, so does it count us? It does count us. Whenever a player plays a land or casts a spell, if it shares a card type, yeah, we exiled an instant. We'll do 2 damage to ourselves this way, but we like the pain. All right, let's say
the resource.
Yeah, there's no discarding down to hand size here. Let's say we have to Deflecting Swat off turn, and let's say that we get what you said. How much?
So we're gonna say 4 instants where played people can pay for Rhystic, and we get the trigger from the Gatekeeper, so that's 12 cards.
God, well,
we'll say that we had to use Deflecting Swat though to protect Niv.
Right. I mean, this is just a lot of card draw. We really haven't done much to impact the game, so I don't think people care too much. I mean, it's hypotheticals. Yeah, you can't really simulate. No. Games like this where it's contingent on interactions from our opponents, it's hard to say. We could just use our best guesses, educated guesses, really. I think what Will was
We
suggesting, though,
target ourselves with Jessica's will.
oh,
We can't, but I wish.
Right, and we're not tracking life either because we don't give a shit. All right, do we start with the mind bomb? We have
Do
so
we start
many.
with the Jessica's will?
We have so many rituals. All right, so I just want to get to what a win looks like. That's all.
Yeah, we Jessica's will, we Dragon Storm, we get the Nivs in play, we do the thing. Good game.
Okay, so Jessica's will. 1, 2, 3. What's the biggest hand? Can we choose ourselves?
We can't. I wish, but
Let's just say that's 5 red. Is that a fair amount?
yep.
We see a ghost. Ghostfire Slice. Have you seen the new trend with that? Lion's Eye Diamond. We're gonna cast, and Mana Confluence. I don't think we have Underworld Breach in hand, but it would have been sweet. We haven't played our land per turn, so we'll play the Mana Confluence. Why not? And the Ghostfire Slice. You never know. Maybe we do it now.
We have the new Bolt Everybody spell in hand, and we have the Brain
That's what
Bomb
that
in
fucking
hand.
card is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. So we have 5. You want to just do the? You just want to do heat? Bolt Wave.
We also have Seething Song in hand if we need to get 2 more mana.
It's
don't know how-
instant.
Well, I mean, we get up to 9 mana exactly, and then we have Storm Count, so it won't be able to be countered.
You know,
easily.
frankly, I feel like we should probably just go for the dragon thing now.
Yeah. Also, we probably City of Traitored instead of Mana Confluence, right?
Well, yes and no. I get what you're saying. It's gonna be 1 additional mana into this effect, but we have so much ramp. The only things we have
I would have said that we did City of Traitors and any red source for Jessica's will, and then we just keep up everything else.
I mean, I put the confluence down so we had like colored mana, because let's just say that okay, so we have a Swan Song, a Dispel, a Pyroblast.
But we get
A
more colored mana with
Flusterstorm.
City of Traitors. Because if we use City of Traitors, then we have an additional blue and an additional any color up instead of
What are you
having.
talking about? Oh,
So if we use City of Traitors and one of our and Tropical or Volcanic Island, then we have Steam Vents and the island up, versus just having Mana Confluence up. So it's we get an extra blue open is kind of what I'm saying.
well,
If we
do Pyretic Ritual and Seething Song off of this. Give me 1 second.
we win. Either way, we win.
Here, no. I'm holding true to Mana Confluence. We're gonna go with it because we do this 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we are 1 mana shy, aren't we? Off of our little Jessica's will. Yeah, I get you. I thought that was 9 on the nose.
We said 5 from Jessica's will, then Steam Vents, Mana Confluence, and then Seething Song, which is going to be up 2. So that's a total of 9.
No, because it was 5 on. What turn was that? What turn is this? This is turn 5. So
5, 6, 7 from the 2 lands, and then 8, 9 from Seething Song. That's
no.
9 mana.
Well, it was 1, 2, 3 to just cast Jessica's Will. So Island, Saphiric Springs, and then Volcanic Island.
Yeah, then we had a Mana Confluence and Steam Vents up, so that's 6, 7, and Seething Song.
No. Mana
is-
Confluence was off of the Jessica's Will rip, sir. I played
Okay.
Mana Confluence off Jessica's Will. You were saying we should have played the City of Traitors, which
Yeah, but let's say like even with the Mana Confluence, we still get there. It's exactly 9 mana.
what? Wait, hold on.
So,
Sorry, we're
5
gonna
off Jessica's Will.
we're gonna move on in a second. I promise. So
Really
we go
quick, 5 off
5,
Jessica's Will.
6, and then
6, 7, then Seething Song down,
What?
and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 off Seething Song.
No.
That's 9.
So 5 mana for Jessica's Will, right? And then we cast Desperate Ritual off Jessica's Will, right? So we go up to 6.
I wasn't even counting Desperate Ritual. We have way more. So
No,
so
Pyretic
6.
Ritual. So we go
Yeah.
up to 6, and then we go down by 3, and then we go up by 5, which puts us to 8. Which is
Yes, 8, and we have 2 lands remaining.
Well, no. We play a land. So we play City of Traders.
Well, even ignore City of Traders. With the Steam Vents, that's enough to get there, and we can play Mana Confluence if we want to have 1 mana remaining. We get there.
All we're trying to do, people, is play this Dragonstorm, which is set to
Enough. Storm
enough.
count
We're gonna get all the dragons, and one of the dragons is in our hand, and it's the one we don't need, thank God. So we do Niv-Mizzet Firemind, Niv-Mizzet Perun. All right, Will, how do we win from here? We're floating a red.
We literally wait for anybody to cast an instant, and then we win the game.
I mean, yeah. What if they just don't?
Then we draw a card on our next turn, win the game.
Yeah, I guess so. We don't have a free thing to do with our hand. No. Okay. All right, guys, we're gonna try one more sample hand.
We had a 1 mana remaining, so we could brain bomb or something.
We had a blue and a red open, but the red floating we should have just used on the bolt wave or whatever. But that's fine. Okay. This commander feels like it should run more mid-range control. I wonder how early you could present a win. With this deck, you can't present a win at all quickly. You just decked out after people get enough triggers on the stack to make you lose to drawing too many cards. We win without curiosities?
Yes, because our commander is a curiosity effect. The new Niv-Mizzet says whenever an opponent takes damage or non-combat damage from a source of our control, we draw that many cards. So if we deal 1 damage, we draw 1 card and loop off of that.
So my issue is we are stacking triggers. We're trying to kill them with damage off of our curiosity creatures. So it would be the dude, the cemetery gatekeeper, who also did 2 damage to us per spell there. Succeeding Song in the ritual. Yeah, I was kind of missing where we win though. Frankly.
Yeah, actually we do the damage loop off of Niv-Mizzet, but we actually don't get there because we're going to draw our deck before we kill people.
Yeah. Even though we have no maximum hand size. And there's no way to recycle.
Huh, oh right. So there's so many extra hoops for this Niv.
Is this why we would want to add a Born Upon a Wind and Thassa's Oracle? I mean, what sucks in that scenario is that someone can just stack something on top of that.
Let's see.
Is the draw a may or a must? Whenever a source you control deals non-combat damage to an opponent, you draw that many cards.
It is a must.
Commit to memory. Whenever you draw a card, does 1 damage to any target. 1 damage to any target. I mean, I guess Niv-Mizzet Firemind could just kill itself, and then whenever you draw a card, Niv-Mizzet Perun deals 1 damage to any target, could also kill itself. But I get what you're saying. If someone's going to stack these...
Well, actually, we're fine. We're fine, because we have a Firestorm, and what we can do is we ping people down, cast Firestorm for X equals the biggest number we can, which would be, like, let's say 10. There's 10 possible targets in play. So then that makes it so that we don't have to, we only need to draw 90 cards from that case, and that's not including opponents taking damage while the game is going on. So we should be fine. So that probably gets there just with us using Firestorm and other burn effects to try to close out the game from having a big hand.
All right, so the way it initiates is when someone cast a spell in that last game, our guy would have pinged someone 2 damage.
So someone cast an instant. Archetype ping someone for 2, which is going to trigger the other Niv to deal 1 damage, which is going to draw, steal a damage, draw, deal a damage, draw, deal a damage, draw, deal a damage, draw. Nearly our whole deck is in our hand, and from here we can do Firestorm, X equals name or Exile Simian Spirit Guide. Cast Firestorm, X equals name the number of targets in play that we can target. We're going to deal like 10 to ourselves and 10 to each opponent and each permanent in play, or each creature in play. And then from there, if we need more, we could theoretically use our instant speed burn spells to try to close out from there. But dealing 10 after dealing 80 divided as we choose is probably going to be enough.
Then Diamond Loop win the game on the stack. You talking about Lion's Eye Diamond?
Just from doing Born Upon a Wind.
No, I think we might have put it on the side though. No, I did not.
We,
I didn't
we can,
add Thassa or. I mean,
we can put Born Upon a Wind, and then that should be enough. Because if we do the Firestorm thing that I was saying, we can kill our own Niv and then just repeat instant speed burn spells until we win the game.
Let me look at Firestorm real quick.
Yeah, Born Upon a Wind is the only thing we need to be able to actually close from there.
As additional cost, Firestorm deals X damage to each of X targets. No, I don't think it needs to be. Does it need to be? For example, if you discard 4 cards, you must target 4 different creatures or players. Firestorm will deal 4 damage to each of them. You catch that? The same permanent or player can't be targeted more than once. Also, Firestorm loses to Deflecting Swat. We've got our own.
Firestorm does not lose to Deflecting Swat. If we're targeting everything, everything is getting targeted.
Right, but the thing is, you can't target the same thing twice. The value of X can't exceed the number of cards in your hand or the number of available legal targets, whichever is smaller.
Correct.
So it's not going to do that much.
It's going to do X damage where X is the number of players and the number of creatures in play. In our case, that was Niv, the other guy, and then us, our 3 opponents, and then any creatures on our opponent's boards. So that would have been like around 10,
I don't know about Terror of the Peaks. I don't know about Terror of the Peaks.
We really just need Born Upon a Wind and then we're fine. Because in that last game, if we did have Born Upon a Wind as one of the cards, we just use Born Upon a Wind, cast all of our fast mana, go off, win the game with Underworld Breach. And then we kill our own Niv with Firestorm to be able to go off on top of our Niv triggers. Actually, we can just go off on top of our Niv triggers. We don't need to worry about Firestorm. So we can get there if we just run Born Upon a Wind in the deck.
Is there another solution? I think we need both, man.
Born and Thorkel?
The Otter.
Oh, yeah, we can do Valley Flood Color as well if you want.
Right. Just the
So,
redundancy of having the Valley Flood Color, I think, is important.
Tidal Barracuda is the only other one, but Tidal Barracuda itself does not have Flash. So yeah, Valley Flood Color is the call. Oh, we have the new fairy as well. What the heck is that called?
Terror of the Peaks is a dragon, so technically we could. Now that I'm thinking about it,
We don't need Terror of the Peaks.
But
Get there with Born Upon a Wind.
Terror of the Peaks. All right, guys, we're gonna sample this one more time. I do just need to like take some shit out of this list. Oh, this list. This version is fine. I'm not in love with it. I do think that we're not doing enough. Despite us having 37 instants, we didn't have that much interaction, sadly. Don't know what the fuck happened there. I'm gonna take out Caven. I don't think we need it. It's a very Niv specific card. Ral, maybe? The Zarek? Maybe. I I like Terror better than worst Niv that's in the deck. Oh, do we need both Nivs, Will?
Uh, since we're cheating out things from our deck into play with Dragonstorm, it's probably better to run both. Also, having both increases redundancy on draw. I like it.
There are a lot of hoops. I feel like if we have 10 cards in your deck, you should be winning. I feel like if you have 10 cards in your deck, you should be winning. How do you mean? Oh, when your hand is full?
That's really what you just need Born Upon a Wind for, just so that you can flash in Breach.
Yeah, the rituals were instants, but there's like 3, right? It's just desperate pyretic seething.
What is the new thing?
So there's 34 instants that are not rituals. I'm gonna take out the price of progress as well for now. All right, well,
Trying to find the random card that I saw a while ago in the Foundation set. That's the new Flash effect.
Ral
I'll
Zarek.
find it eventually.
Ral Zarek. Tap target permanent, then untap another target permanent. Deals 3 damage to any target. Flip 5 coins. Is this the Ral we're talking about? Or are you talking about the one? What's the new one? What's the Otter Ral? That one?
They may be talking about the War of the Spark one that's casting a spell or copying a spell does damage.
Scrawling Crawler is kind of cool. Whenever an opponent draws a card, that player loses 1 life. We did just take out the similar effect with the red guy, the needle face. At any rate.
All right. Fae Trickster, that's the new Flash thing. It's not on Scryfall yet apparently, but it's 3 and a blue for a 4/2 Flash flying with you may cast spells as though they had Flash.
Okay.
Theoretically, we could flash this in and just straight up flash in Thoracle.
What's the name of it again?
High Fae Trickster. I don't think it's going to be available on Tapped Out, though.
No, it's on here.
Oh, it is. Nice. Wait, why the heck was it not on Scryfall when I looked up Flash?
No idea. Scrolling Crawler is cool. Giving everyone a draw. I don't know how I feel about that, but it's cool. The 2-mana Ral. I don't know what it is, but I believe you. All right, I wanna play.
Oh,
test
the
this
new
bitch.
one. The new one
Oh.
from Modern Horizons 3.
Will, who the fuck are we? Give me the other Ral.
The name of it?
Yeah.
Let me find this man's.
Ral Monsoon.
Yep.
Instant sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. That means Dragonstorm. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell, flip a coin. If you lose the flip, deals 1 damage to you. If you win the flip, you may exile Ral. If you do, return him to the battlefield transformed. And then enters the battlefield with additional loyalty counter on him for each instant sorcery spell you've cast this turn. Until your next turn, instant sorcery spell costs 1 less to cast. 2 damage as you choose 1 or 2 targets. Draw a card if you control a blue permanent. I don't know. I'm not seeing. Wait, why do we want this one? Magical Mallet Cylinder Bro. Just as a cost reducer? Alright, we don't have Soul Ring in the deck, Will.
We probably should have Soul Ring in the deck.
Yeah, it's in there now. It's in there now. You know, it's just after they took my Mana Crypt away from me, I lost interest in everything, in all fast mana, really, yeah. Do we need Lion's Eye Diamond, Will? Do you like Lion's Eye Diamond without... Well, I guess we got Brain Freeze in here, don't we?
With
What the fuck?
Brain Freeze, we should probably be fine milling our stuff. Also with
Is there no Brain Freeze? What is going on? No, it's right there. It's right there. Jesus.
Yeah, we have Brain Freeze, and we also have the Firestorm to discard stuff if we need to discard like key cards, but
Mm-hmm.
or just dump a bunch of things. But
We're gonna dump
I think
the sorcery speed spell. Okay.
Lion's Eye Diamond is probably still keepable.
We'll find out. All right, guys, we're gonna test this bitch one more time. We're gonna get it to work. We're gonna get it to pop off. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna win on turn 2 because that's what this deck is designed to do.
Sure thing.
All right, we're skipping that one. We've got a turn 2 Rhystic Study. That's always good, right? I don't like it. We've got a Lotus Petal. Boy, don't I wish that was a dual Lotus. We've got a Curiosity and a Firebrand Archer in the starting hand with a Force of Will and a Fierce Guardianship. Will, I think that this is playable.
Yeah,
You know why I think it's playable?
because turn 1 Firebrand into turn 2 Curiosity is really dumb.
Right. Do we Lotus Petal the Firebrand Archer right now?
Yes.
The thing is, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you don't want to change. I would love to be able to cast the Lotus Petal into the Firebrand Archer, though. I mean, we're gonna rely on drawing something. Okay, let's draw.
We have Force of Will and potentially Fierce Guardianship in the future. Then we're going to be drawing a heck of a lot.
Right. We're probably gonna have to use the Force of Will just to defend it, if I'm being honest. All right. Let's do this. Let's get a Volk Island. We'll shuffle. We'll Lotus Petal a Firebrand Archer out. Crazy. All right, next turn. Get your fucking Dragonstorm. Oh, that's what we need. Okay, let's do the Pathway land. I'm gonna go Curiosity here. Is that good, Firebrand Archer?
Yep.
Everyone takes 1 damage while it's on the stack. Is that, please, God, please say it's good, because I only have 1 other blue spell to pitch to this other blue spell. All right, Will. What happens? Give it to me. You're going to try to remove my Firebrand Archer now that I've assembled the combo?
We can say somebody tries to if you really want. Either
Force
way,
of Will.
we probably just throw Force of Will to draw 3, if I'm being completely honest.
What are you talking about?
Use Force of Will to draw 3 off Firebrand Archer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we Force of Will something.
It does not even have to be the thing trying to kill our Firebrand Archer. Just whatever happens. If somebody's like, I opt on my end step, we just say no. I want to draw 3.
1, 2, 3. Okay. Dragonstorm, it's a sign. Oh shit, we just drew a Grim Monolith. We're so close. You actually win turn 1. Rite of Flame, LED, Underworld Breach, and Brain Freeze in hand. Stop. Don't get me excited. Alright, next turn, Will. Oh shit, we just drew our commander.
We can,
We're gonna play the Cephalid Coliseum, because that's all we've got, Will.
Yeah, we'll play Cephalid Coliseum, and then we can play
Mystic
Grim Monolith
Remora.
and play Mystic Remora.
It's
probably Grim Monolith first, then Mystic Remora.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
Because if we draw something like a rock, it's better to have Grim Monolith out already.
I would almost rather Mystic Ragavan.
I'd rather Grim Monolith, because if we
Really?
hit any rock, we want to keep going.
Well, they say hindsight is 2020. We're gonna leave the Volca. Oh, okay, so we're gonna do Grim Monolith. We'll draw 3. Lo and behold, Dog Water. That's okay. We'll do the Mystic Remora. Maybe we hit something else. No more Dog Water. I mostly just wanted to keep interaction up, which we have, but we're gonna get rid of one of these cards. It's gonna be one of these lands, because you know what? Fuck lands. I'm gonna keep the Bloodstained Mire so we can get the Steam Vents. All right. We've got Jack shit off turn. She's gonna attack though, because she does that.
Indeed, we
And-
draw that 1 extra card.
Well, she didn't draw off that though.
Yes, she does.
Whenever you cast a non-creature spell.
Well, yeah, but we draw a card off curiosity though.
Oh yeah, she did in
That's
fact
what
do
I meant,
damage.
yeah.
She did in fact do damage. Yeah, that's true. What is it? Sulfur Falls. Okay, also gonna get it pitched. Why is that Dragon Tutor there? Which Dragon Tutor?
Indeed.
Sorry, you mean Sarkon's Triumph? It needs to be cut. Don't worry. I wanted to put it in there because I remembered that it existed, but it's not a good card. Please don't run Sarkon's Triumph. He said it's because he remembered the name of the Thank you. Hey, that's exactly why, Nathan. It's not a good card. Jesus, we stopped drawing lands. All right, we're pretending that people let this fucking thing live for whatever reason. We didn't have interaction for them, so we're fucked either way.
Well, to be fair, we could have had interaction with the Red Elemental Blast.
I said that. I wanted to do that. Well, I don't know. We only have like what, 6 artifacts? 7?
I didn't know we had the Red Elemental Blast in hand. I was told that we drew 3 cards that were dog watered and saw what they were 15 seconds later.
No, but we drew the REB off of the Grim. You wanted to start with Grim Monolith.
Yeah.
Right.
And we could have chose to not play.
Oh no, I definitely want Mystic Remora. I'm sorry. I'm adding 3 more cards to that pile. And it's LED, Pyroblast, and City of Traders. Okay, so if this happened to live, do we have a game here? I don't think so.
So let's see. We play Niv-Mizzet with City of Traders, Grim Monolith, and then like 2 lands, so that we have 1 blue and 1 generic up afterwards, or one of any color and a generic up afterwards. No, it has to be a blue. And then
we've got a Desperate Ritual.
We can Desperate Ritual first.
No Birgi. No Birgi. God, stop with Birgi. Look, forgive me.
So yeah, I think we do.
Forgive me on the Birgi, okay.
City of Traders, Desperate Ritual, and then
you want Niv though.
Niv.
You want Niv.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna do.
Actually, can we get both Nivs out?
Ooh.
So we have.
Wait. Do we have enough to play the Dragonstorm? Hold up.
We might actually.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Will 9. Oh fuck it, we got Lion's Eye Diamonds. Fucking throwing that down there. I'm gonna cast the Lion's Eye Diamond to start. What are we doing?
Really quick. We can we potentially just get out both?
No, no, we can. Not the one that's stuck in our hand, but the one that's in our deck with Dragonstorm. I'm casting Lion's Eye Diamond. She's gonna trigger. Okay, cool. We drew 3 cards. One of them's Mana Vault. Cool. I'll tap the Grim Monolith, and then we'll float 2. We'll play the Mana Vault.
Also, yeah, we're going for Dragonstorm, not the other.
Oh, well, we're going for Dragonstorm. So we're going for Dragonstorm.
So yeah, we play Mana Vault. We draw 3 more and hope we don't hit the one thing.
Yeah, which thank God we didn't. All right.
Then we play Dragonstorm and we hope we don't hit it again.
Yeah, that's rough, isn't it? Well, I mean, it is what it is. Let's go for it. So we've got 2 generic floating, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into this Dragonstorm. Where are you, Dragonstorm? 5. We need 3 more. Do we want to cast a ritual into this as well? We've got 2 rituals. I know. The more we play, the more we're making our bed.
I don't think we play the rituals. I think we
5, 6, 7.
We keep
8,
up our Dispel. We keep our pretty much
8,
just the Dispel.
All right, so we keep open the Strict Serenade or the Dispel, and yeah, we had to use the red resource. Sadly, Dragonstorm derailed this deck. So good.
Also, it doesn't matter if Dragonstorm gets counterspelled because we have like how many Dragonstorms?
We have
on the
LED.
like
we
3?
have Mana Vault. That's it.
LED, Mana Vault, and the OG Dragonstorm. So if one of them gets countered, we still keep going, and we have a Dispel on the stack, or a Dispel to protect it, so we're fine.
Yeah, look how much fun we're all having. See, damn it, that's it right there, what Nathan said. That's all that matters. Dragonstorm was the best part of this deck, Mateus. Don't you? I dare you.
Okay,
I dare you to stay
let's
otherwise.
Demonstrate why it's the best part of the deck, Patrick.
By getting fucked here when we draw the other dragon. 1, 2, 3. Delayed Fireball. Woo! Woo! Okay, so someone counters one Dragon Storm. I'm gonna put the clone copy card on the stack. Oh, we don't get one? We're running Storm and we don't get one? Cool. Here, we're gonna use constructs. Okay. So that first one goes off, and we get Hellkite. Hellkite Courser, blah. Trigger on the stack. Courser's gonna grab Niv, his best friend. Okay, the next one goes off. We get Niv-Mizzet, Firemind. Thank God we had 2, am I right? And then we have the third Dragon Storm go off. Oh, I know I said one was countered. No, I didn't. There's no other dragon in the deck. That's it. All right, Will. Okay, let's actually walk through the win here. Okay, so we all know Whirlwind Denial backed up by Flusterstorm. All right, how do we win, Will?
Okay, so with 2 Niv-Mizzets in play, we are going to draw pretty much our whole deck. We'll stop before we get to the very end. From here...
What do we cast to get the ball rolling, though?
So, theoretically... Oh, no, yeah, because we need cast literally anything to get the ball rolling.
I think we needed to use a ritual. No, I think...
we need to use a blue thing to go.
Yeah, I feel like we need to use a ritual there.
Well, we can just literally wait for anybody to do anything.
I'm not waiting, Will. I did my waiting.
We have to do it this turn.
Oh wait! Wait here, Will. This is how it works. You see that Dragon Storm that's on the stack? You see the Dragon Storm that's on the stack? I'm gonna counter.
Oh yeah, we dispel. Oh no, we can't dispel our Dragon Storm because it's a sorcery.
Wait, no, Strict Serenade. Oh, fuck me.
We'll say we cast a ritual, Rite of Flame, and then we had another red. That's fine.
Will, mistakes.
It's fine.
It's not fine. I knew we needed a ritual. Well, let's this Lion's Eye Diamond. Fuck it. For nothing.
Are you just gonna Lion's Eye Diamond discard your whole hand?
Yeah, I'm done. I concede. If I lose here, I concede.
Say we Rite of Flamed. It's fine.
Sure.
Because it's.
But we don't know. One of these dragons could have been.
Okay, then you can shuffle the dragons back in, draw 3, then get them back out again. It's fine.
It's not fine. It's not fine, people. Here, we'll do it. We'll do it. So we have. If we do it this way, we have a red open. Okay. At least a red. Fuck it. We have a red open. All right. Sorry. Rite of Flame. Right. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Shuffle. Draw 1, 2, 3. Niv-Mizzet, Firemind. We're fucked.
So we drew one of the Nivs.
Oh yeah, we're fucked. Well, I mean, we could still do the Hellkite Courser, sure.
Yeah, but it'll just put our commander back into the command zone right after.
Yeah, I know.
So let's see. From there, instead we can do.
You could have dispelled the last copy of Dragonstorm. I don't think so.
No, because dispel can only target an instant.
Yeah, it's a sorcery. Sadly, if this wasn't a fucking pathway land.
The worst part was I think we had Bloodstained Mire in hand when we used that, or we had a different land.
We win with City of Traders. I feel like we probably, I don't know, we had 2 rituals. We ran the risk of hitting our Firemind or our Courser. This is what happens when you playlist that, like Protean Hulk, shit that needs to be in the deck. Don't you just use Firestorm and win here? Firestorm?
Also, Patrick, we have 12 mana.
Oh, we do. We do have Firestorm. Well, we do have Firestorm. Oh, look at us with our free spell. No, it's not free.
It's not a free spell. So Firestorm cost 1 red, and we had only 1 blue remaining because we had to use the 1 red on Dragonstorm.
If we had Ral, we would have won. What are you talking about?
So let's see.
We had 1 blue open. In the previous scenario, we had 1 blue open, people, and there was a Dragonstorm on the stack with 2 counter spells that couldn't touch it.
So, Patrick, from here, though, we can literally just hard cast one of the Nivs in our hand, then hard cast Niv from our command zone, and then cast literally anything to start the thing. So we're fine. We still get there.
With what?
With the metric crap ton of mana that we have available.
From what?
So we have Grim Monolith for 2 mana. We did not cast Dragonstorm, is what I'm saying.
Oh my god.
Because, we played all the things. We drew the thing. We're not going to cast Dragonstorm when it's not going to win the game.
Wait. Dragonstorm was
So
cast.
no, it was not cast. We cast Rite of Flame, and then we drew the 3 cards and saw that we hit one of the other Nivs, so we just didn't cast Dragonstorm. Then we have City of Traders mana, we
Okay.
have Grim Monolith mana, and we have Mana Vault mana. That's 7.
Right.
It's 7 generic, and then that's 3 pips. And then from there we can cast a ritual, another ritual, and then that's going to be
Wait. Where are we? Grim Monolith's tapped. We have 2 mana floating from Grim
yeah.
Monolith. Okay.
We can say all of our sources are tapped and just float the mana. We used one.
Oh,
of
and
the
we
Grim
use
Monolith mana for
one Dressbird Ritual. Okay.
Yep.
So Dressbird Ritual and 1 here. Okay. Sure. We've got 3 mana. All right, guys, we're gonna win this game. Watch. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be amazing.
Okay. So we used Rite of Flame already, right? So we already have the 2 red off of that.
I said Desperate Ritual.
Oh, yeah,
Fucking no, you're right. You're right. Rite of Flame. Rite of Flame. Sure, we did Rite of Flame.
It doesn't matter.
It's right. It's Rite of Flame. Will. It's in the trash.
Okay.
Okay. There you go.
We're casting both of them anyways.
Are we?
It's gonna be the same thing.
Okay, well, there you go. Desperate Ritual.
So
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
We cast and then we draw 3 cards. Then we cast the less pip intensive Niv from our hand.
Sure. Which is the Niv-Mizzet Firemind. Sure. Do we have any other rituals we need to put before this horse?
We just drew Mog Salvage, so we should be fine. I think that we.
No, that's it. That's it. So we use the 2 generic on the Grim Monolith. We use the 3 off of this ritual, or at least 2 off that ritual. We have 1 red floating, and then we have 2 blue. We have 1 red floating, and we have 2 blue over here. Okay, so we have a City of Traders, which we played for a turn, by the way. We have 1 red floating, and we have the Firemind. All the while, did she go off again? I did draw the 3 for the Desperate Ritual. Again, we're going to get there, damn it. Snap is not worth it. We don't need Snap. God. Snap what? Oh, did we even
Snap our Dockside that doesn't exist anymore?
I don't think we paid for the fish, by the way. So the fish is dead. Okay, clear a board. This is off CZ. All right, Will. How are we winning?
So what do we have in play so far?
We have a Firebrand Archer with Curiosity. We have a Niv-Mizzet the Firemind. Whenever
do we
draw
have our
card,
commander in play?
We do not have our commander in play.
We can play our commander, and we can use Lion's Eye Diamond if we really, really, really need to play to use Lion's Eye Diamond for it. But
no,
we might be able to filter.
How are we casting our commander?
How much mana do we have floating?
We got
Or
1
much mana
red.
do we have available?
We have 1 red and 5 generic.
Okay. Crack Lion's Eye Diamond, play our other commander. If anybody casts anything, we win the game.
Oh
right?
God. Okay.
We also can play Mog Salvage and draw 3 more cards. Sorry, that's more than 3 cards now, right? No, that's just the 3 cards.
I think we okay. This is bad. I think what we need to do is live to Niv another day. I think we just fuck with board as much as possible. Like, I honestly think the best thing we could have done, like, not with this Niv, is just Storm. Just Storm with Firebrand Archer and Curiosity.
Well, if we Mog Salvage and we hit anything that gives us a blue, we're good, and we haven't hit any of our colored fast mana yet.
Then you get auto-wired. Sure, we can Mog Salvage here. Sure. If you control an island and someone can, sure, destroy that. 1, 2, 3. We got a Pact of Negation and 2 lands, baby. We also have this amazing, whenever you draw a card, Fireman deals 1 damage to a target. I wish we could put Curiosity on you, buddy. But we can't. So Bergie? I don't know. I don't know that Bergie's necessary.
Well, the thing was, Berkey wasn't needed here because our issue was the fact that we Curiosity drew into the things that we didn't want to draw into. So Berkey wouldn't have helped there. None of the cost reduction would have helped there. It's just the fact that we drew a Niv early, then drew another Niv later on. Theoretically, we could still play our commander and then just have the combo on field, but then no way to finish it. But yeah, It's mainly the fact that we hit the modal land and we had to pick a side for it to end on instead of
Nathan
flipping into
is
whatever.
saying this is turn 4, by the way, so we got there pretty quick. Nathan's saying you could Dragonstorm into just your commander and then Firestorm.
So yeah, if we Dragonstorm into just our commander, then we have 1 blue mana remaining. We can't cast Firestorm.
Well, this is the world in which we.
So if
Rite
this is
of
the world
Flames.
where we played like all of the rituals and everything and we just
Yeah.
drew, then we can Firestorm for probably like 8 or 10 or something like that, and we don't win the game off of that. We just draw a ton of cards.
I'm really losing my mind over this one, guys. I can't touch him again. This is too much of a good thing. Too much of a good thing, Firebrand Archer. I don't know how I feel about this deck.
I feel like doing the Dragonstorm combo it just hurt mentally and emotionally, because if we didn't go for Dragonstorm there and we just went for ramping into Niv-Mizzets, we probably won on that turn.
I think that the month of November should just be us exploring Dragonstorm.
Exploring what?
Dragonstorm. Every day it's a Dragonstorm list. I just want to.
We're going to run out of content so quickly.
No. This is the gap. See, now this is the wall that other creators have hit, where they just don't know what to do. But I have the clairvoyance. Niv is showing me the future. I think that to get over this hump, we just need to.
Patrick, you have Stockholm Syndrome. Patrick, you just went through this whole cycle of I'm suffering and hate my life because of Dragonstorm, and now you're like, let's build Dragonstorm for a whole month.
You know, guys, everyone needs to buy a copy of Dragonstorm.
This is the hardest you've ever laughed on stream.
What is this? This is so bad. What is why?
Guys,
Who's
Patrick has been broken. He's at the end of his rope.
who told me?
Breathe. Breathe.
Okay. All right. Dragonstorm. Yeah, you know what, guys? Now's the time. I recommend you just go out and buy your foil copies of Dragonstorm. It's gonna go up. It's such a good card. Look, I really like the idea. I hate that. I really hate that we were so transfixed on Dragonstorm. We personal tutored Dragonstorm. What is this? Oh my god. Is that really the best solution for our Nib list? Is the Dragonstorm Hellkite? I don't know. I don't think I'm just gonna say that this wasn't as successful as I would have liked. In that there's maybe hope for Niv-Mizzet Visionary. But this is the one time where I'm gonna recommend you maybe try a different list. I don't want you to fall into the same trap that I did.
Is Niv the deck that broke Dragonstorm? No, Dragonstorm's the card that broke Patrick.
Yeah, I'm not exaggerating. Turn 2 win consistently with Rowan, Sign of War.
No, wait, was that Rowan or Ral? Rowan, yeah, Rowan Dragonstorm. I mean, yeah, that's Rowan. Rowan wins on turn 2 consistently, period. Or like turn 3 consistently, depending on if you don't hit haste or how early you get Rowan out.
Arrow, you would sub to a Patreon of a channel that should we just retitle the channel to like the Dragonstormers? Oh my god. Oh, David Breeze, don't do it. Oh man, I wish there was a card that specifically stopped dragons from entering the battlefield from anywhere other than your hand. I think we could take Sarkon's Triumph out.
Yeah.
And I think we need to get Iron Crag Feed in there so we can Dragonstorm sooner. Oh, like, Will, a lot of the games ended with us saying, well, we could just cast these two things and wait. Ironcrag Feet. You cast the things and you wait. That's exactly what the card says. We could use Ironcrag Feet. Oh man, Ironcrag Feet and Dragonstorm, man. It's a 1-2 punch that no one is expecting.
Let me look up one thing really quickly, because I think I can come up with one recommendation that's better than Ironcrag Feet. Give me 1 second.
Better. Oh, Tecton. What is it called? There's another Mana Geyser.
Mana Geyser is like the 5 mana, make a red for every tap land your opponents control. What I'm going to recommend is we should add.
Go on.
I'm trying to find any of the things that say.
Does it provide dragon mana? Yeah, it's been a long week, guys. This was exactly what I needed. I needed to be enlightened. Fucking Dragonstorm.
Actually,
Jesus, I need to get a tattoo of Dragonstorm. I think that's what I'll do. I've never.
So I'm looking for a dragon that draws a card just immediately. Or a dragon that gives haste so that we can tap the Niv to do the ping to draw a card immediately.
Hellkite Courser gives haste.
we can do Hellkite, like any of the Hellkite things. It's
sure. Dragon capture device. That'd be sick as fuck. Well, I'm glad Mike is. Yeah, honestly, no. Hey, look. I like the Dragonstorm line. I do think it's cool. I think that this list is interesting. I don't think that our variant is doing exactly what I wanted. Or at least, like, we were pretty unlucky there with the circumstances, but it's not like what happened was unrealistic. You know, we don't have that much redundancy. It's 2 dragons and a storm. That's it. Null Spine Dragon. Oh, fuck, are we making a full-on... Dude, November, Dragonstorm month. It's happening. Nullspine Dragon comes into play. You may discard your hand and draw cards equal to the damage dealt to opponents this turn.
That implies that we've dealt damage to opponents this turn.
We might have.
Honestly, frickin' Loch Dragon. There we go.
Loch, like Loch Ness Monster?
LOCH, yeah. ETB and attack, discard a card, draw a card. We get the draw, we do the thing. Good game.
Oh. Wait. How does this work? With
so
just,
you know how you
just
said,
to
like,
start the line.
Yeah, just to start the engine.
Okay.
There you go.
Does Dragonstorm give them haste?
No.
It's a flawed card.
I thought you were saying that it's a broken card. Everyone should buy foils of Dragonstorm.
Well, I mean, after this month is... I'm just saying that if you're smart, once we've cracked the code, maybe it's a Rowan list, or maybe it's your friendly neighborhood Niv-Mizzet, but one day, oh my god, I'm dying. We'll get there. Thanks for joining us on this one. I would love to brew something else. I don't want to touch blue or red next week. I want something that is completely devoid of those 2 colors. Who will win? A 1 CMC Grafdigger's Cage or 9 mana Dragonstorm, sir? 9 mana. Oh my god. It's like he wasn't there for our struggle. Rowan uses Nullspine Dragon and Terror of the Peaks. Can you sign my foil Dragonstorm? Of course. And if you join the Patreon, part of the $50 tier is just us sending you signed copies. 2 mana Priest of Dragons versus Dragons from the East, or Dragons from the... probably just the 2 mana Priest. My money is on her. Anyway, Will, any parting thoughts on this one? Maybe you have a different opinion of what we've experienced today.
Well, you can do the Dragon's Reach approach, which is going to be more or less the same thing, and I feel like that would also work pretty well. Also, to conclude the incoherent ramblings that I was saying before, the 2 mangas I was recommending, Is This Hero for Real and Grand Dwarf. Those are the 2 that I was talking about. Is This Hero for Real is the kid becoming an anti-hero and basically trying to do what all the heroes need to do by himself, while his classmates are doing stereotypical protagonist things, and then general good comedy, good action, fun story. And then Grand Dwarf is engineer gets put into a magic world and he Dr. Stones it, but makes the magic stuff even better magic stuff.
Grand Dwarf.
Imagine,
Oh.
imagine Senko from Doctor Stone finding out magic tech exists and then just breaking shit even more. That is Grand Dwarf. It's a really good action series.
Well, I'm gonna watch Dan to Dan because I need to catch up with the episode that just came out. And
Let's go, Speed Granny.
God. And I'm gonna think about how we can break Dragonstorm on the channel. That's what I'm gonna do.
Gonna
Actually-
do Vadric Dragonstorm next week, Rowan Dragonstorm the week after, and then
Yeah.
what
dude.
other commanders are potentially good with Dragonstorm? I'll figure it out.
Don't worry. Well, you know what? Maybe every April Fools we'll do a Dragonstorm list. I'm thinking the Dexter's Laboratory meme where he says "omelette du fromage." Yeah. Omelette du. God, Dexter's Laboratory was so good. I'm gonna watch season 3 of Vox Machina. Yeah, I don't know which season I'm on. I assumed I watched season 3. Is there a 2024 season? Like, maybe I'm not caught up. Tiamat Dragonstorm. Will. There you go. That's a good answer. But anyway, guys, thanks for hanging with us. This was a fun one. I enjoyed this. I think. I think I did. We'll see you. We'll see you next week. I want to do another legendary from the set. There are some cool ones. There's a Rakdos one and a fucking Izzet one.
There's a mono red one that's pretty good as well. Heroic Impulse Draw.
Ooh, yeah. I saw that. Are you sure that's not
Yeah.
white? Are you sure that's
No,
not white?
no. White has Heroic, get a +1/+1 counter. Tap, remove a counter,
Oh.
draw a card.
I
Red has 3 mana 3/3 with double strike that 2/2 3 mana 2/2 with double strike that says Heroic Impulse Draw. You can play it until the end of your next turn.
Dude, okay. Oh shit, thank you Nathan for letting me know that. I had no idea that they came back. I'm usually not on Amazon Prime for anything. Because I'm just not watching anything on there right now. But that's good to know. This sounds fine. Impulse Draw. Yeah, dude, I didn't know. I knew about the white one. God, I've lost it. I knew about the white one. I did not know about the red Impulse Draw. That's awesome.
Yep, it's it's called Cleon.
Cleon.
Cleon. Mary Champion.
Dude, the Coward's Warrior that goes like butter Nagila. I love butter. All right, I need to butter my Nagila. Well, I will.
I need to butter my dragons so that they can storm more effectively.
Yeah, exactly. Slip out of the deck more easily. Could you imagine getting like a judge is called over to your table because you've buttered your dragons and they're just in your deck slipping?
Is that
and
like
slip?
My Valentine, but instead of perfume, it's just butter? Like, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but like the Yu-Gi-Oh thing where My Valentine put perfume on her cards, so she could like smell what cards were on top of her deck.
No, I assumed you meant like she was cheating in some way. I didn't know. I didn't know about that. Yeah, I like the idea though. It's like, why is this one sleeve so
like,
slick?
3 of his cards are just covered in butter.
Like,
is that allowed?
Pasty butter. Gornog the Red Reaper. That just sounds fucking sick.
Is that the coward one, or is that the
Gornog.
Minotaur?
I don't know. Gornog.
Oh, it's the Minotaur. Yeah, it's the coward. It's the same thing.
Oh shit! Yeah, cowards can't block warriors.
Gornog the Red Reaper, haste. Cowards can't block warriors. Whenever one or more warriors you control attack, make something into a coward. Warriors you control get +X/+O, where X is the number of cowards your opponents control. Fun commander.
I think it will be.
I will say, Cleon is really strong though, only because you just run all of the 1 mana target spells that you can, and then you just cantrip through your deck until you hit Burgy, and then you draw your deck.
When are we? We need to do a set review. When does it come out?
I think everything for this set is coming out in like 2 weeks.
Wow, Mateus says it's all out.
It's all out? Oh, did they just do the drop? Okay. I saw that we were getting like a whole bunch of bulk dropped. I didn't think we got the whole thing.
All right, well,
apparently I'm wrong.
Not this weekend because my wife is running the New York City Marathon, so I'm gonna be.
We can do it next weekend. We can probably do Cleon next week as the commander of choice.
Yeah, we can do Cleon.
Yeah, don't worry. You don't have to think as much for Cleon, Patrick. It's just cast the thing that targets Cleon, keep going until you hit Bergie.
I don't mind thinking. I just don't want to have to think in terms of dragons. Okay. I just don't want to think in terms of dragons anymore. All right, see you guys. Bye-bye. Oh, I was showing off my new Seiko, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. I just bought this 62 Moss re-edition, the SJE 093. It is a true to form 62 Moss. That means nothing to any of you, I'm sure.